How you doing? Welcome to the PHLY Flyers Watch-Along presented by our friends at the Fanatics app. Tonight's PHLY Flyers Watch-Along is presented by the Fanatics app, your all-in-one destination for every part of your Flyers fandom. Download the Fanatics app today at allphly.com/fanatics. As we are here with you live, the anthems are underway. The puck drop is going to be pretty shortly, one would have to assume, Steve. And
I hope so.
After a 5-year absence, the Flyers are back in the playoffs.
I can't wait any more time, Bill. I've waited long enough. Why do they make me wait more?
Not only is tonight's watch-along presented by our friends at Fanatics, but we have a $100 fan cash giveaway to tell you about. The best comment during tonight's watch-along wins $100 in fan cash. You must be 21 plus and must have a Fanatics account to claim the prize. If you don't have a Fanatics account, you can register for free. It's super easy. Do it, and you'll win the cash if you come up with the number one comment as determined by Brenna, Steve, and I. We're going to put it all on Bryn, so you can't get mad at me.
Yeah, I mean, as much decision-making on her
$100 fan cash giveaway tonight for the best comment during this playoff watch-along. It's a pretty damn good prize, if you ask me.
That's a really good prize, yeah.
And thank you all for joining us for this, watching us watch the game and watching us react to what is hopefully an exciting night in Pittsburgh as we sit here in the PHLY studio at 10th and Spring Garden. All right, the puck is about to be dropped, and Pittsburgh wins the opening draw. Let's see where we go.
We're not very good with faceoffs.
No. It was, in fact, the fourth line that got the first shift, as
you did predict that
would be the case. It's the only line with extensive playoff experience.
Well, you got to throw the captain a bone here, Bill. Come on. Yeah, how many MCLs and ACLs has he torn in service to this team? You got to give him that faceoff.
The last time they played in front of a crowd in the playoffs, Sean Couturier scored a hat trick and got 2 assists on a torn MCL.
You know, I went to one of the games in that series. I can't remember which because it was a home loss and it sucked, but I had a great time. Me and my friends went down, and one of my friends broke his hand on punching a subway car as it was going by on the way down. Yeah. The other one, my buddy Jim, wore a full orange bodysuit, like Green Man, but orange.
Man.
Yeah. And it's just an outstanding choice.
Good back check there.
He had to take the face part off to enjoy the game. But yeah, the other notable thing about that game was they did the light up bracelet thing again. And I think it's the last time they did it because it was, of course, a disaster. What a pass from Martone.
Oh, the post. Oh, that would have been one hell of a start. This beginning, and then turnover on the second opportunity, but the Flyers get it back, and they're breaking right back in. Man, that would have been a great start, because this first 10 minutes is where I think
you were worried about that.
It is my biggest worry, because I think back to that Washington game, and the pace and physicality really seemed to throw the Flyers for a loop to start that game. They ultimately came back, made it a game, but it was the beginning of that game was just like they didn't know what they were doing.
Whoa, we already got some.
Looks like we got a whistle there. And
things are getting spicy.
Risto finished his hit regardless.
We got Mishkov, Barkey, Sanheim.
Risto's going to get called for that, it appears.
Playoff Risto not off to a good start.
The idea of
he's tough to play against.
Staying out of the box and not empowering this 7th overall power play, not great. Less than 2 minutes in, Risto to the box.
And losing your big man to really clear the crease is not great. What did they call? It was kind of weak.
I guess it was late.
This is a real, like, the refs are kind of... We don't have the
volume all the way up here, so we can't really tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Who hit that post? That was Dvorak? Damn, Devo.
Of course it was Dvorak.
Damn!
What a setup. That would have been amazing, and I don't like being on the PK this early at all. Less than 2 minutes in.
Less than 2 minutes in. All right, first test here for the Philadelphia Flyers. He gets 2 minutes for roughing. Oh, but look at that.
This is what we
Penguins
call...
talked them into moving the face-off, even though their defenseman joined the...
The fix
joined
is
the
in,
fray.
my friend. The fix is in.
Clifton comes in 5 minutes late on that scrum, but no, doesn't matter. I guess because it wasn't blown dead by the goalie covering it, the defenseman coming below the circles doesn't matter.
Nice clear.
My guess. All right, they get the first clear. 15, 20 seconds, they're going to be able to kill here.
This is rigged until I see otherwise.
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Penguins gold jerseys? I saw a lot of Penguins fans hoping they would go to the Blacks.
Makes me want a hot dog.
And not these apparently playoff cursed gold jerseys, as they referred to them.
They're gross. They're very mustardy, yellow mustard, which, I mean, it's the yellow of their stupid bridges that are everywhere as well.
Yeah,
you can tell I have a lot of love for Pittsburgh in my heart. Coleslaw sandwiches and such.
Oof. All right. They maintain possession, though.
You're going to hear a lot of that tonight, folks. A lot of...
It's nerve-wracking. They've killed the first half of this penalty, and they're going to get called for a hook, I'm going to guess now.
Awesome.
No arms up, it looks like.
Okay.
No, nothing?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All good?
Oh, nice interception. Gary Hath's guard angry. What's your preferred Garnet Hathaway nickname here?
You know, I tweeted, like, okay, it'll be the line that has all the playoff experience. It's Glenn Dog, it's Coots, and then I was like, just Hathaway, I guess. I have a friend, Glenn, we call Glenn Dog, so I've repurposed it.
I like it. I've been calling him Glenn Dead Redemption.
Oh, that's not bad either. Oh, where's everybody?
The shot. You're gonna hear a lot of JJ impressions tonight too.
Oh man,
I love doing the JJ voice. He is the best. Nicest guy. If you ever get the chance to talk to him, he takes the time for any stupid little podcaster that might try to reach out to him with the worst quality. And I'm talking about myself, of course.
At the carnival. All right, they killed the penalty. Good stuff.
Good kill.
At the carnival, he made time for a couple of my friends who were just bothering him, giving him all their Flyers hot takes, and he was like, okay, had legitimate conversation. I was like, don't talk to these people, JJ.
Don't entertain this for a second,
They're
JJ.
all out of their mind drunks. Like, I know that's like what I am, but I'm a member of the media, damn it.
Tonight's can check.
We got some beers?
Yeah, I got, right now I'm drinking, so we have a great neighbor here at PHLY. Love City Brewing is right there, and tonight we're drinking Fan Club Pale Ale, which I just tried for the first time tonight. Citrusy, floral, zesty, balanced.
Citrusy.
Yeah. But love City and love being next to them when we're recording pods. It's hard to not spend all of my pod money there. Woof.
Jacot is good, man.
He is good. I hate how they find these guys. The Mark Donks.
Just a bunch of donks. What's the other one?
Oh, what is the other one?
I have it.
Dvorak with a nice win.
All right, face-off win. Shot blocked out.
Yep, of course. I feel like the Flyers have to lead the league and block shots that are blocked by the other team.
Ladar playing that puck again.
Woo! Vladdy's looking pretty good to start things off, but I don't want to curse him, so.
I don't think they have been
good clear Martin
dominated in the first 5-6 minutes here.
Nope. So far, so okay.
That was one of my big fears, and it has not come to fruition yet. It was 2-0 in that eventual Game 1 7-0 loss in 2018 by the halfway point of the first. So they have avoided that, it appears.
All right.
Forcing the cover. Get that ozone face off.
I like it. Yeah, I don't like these Pens jerseys. I really don't like them. The more I see them, the less I like them.
And I'll tell you, I like the those Steelers 1930s prisoner jerseys. I like those. I like those.
Those are hideous.
But I think
I like that you call them 1930s prisoners.
That's
jerseys.
what they look like. If
they should be on a chain gang.
If I was to make a movie like Shawshank Redemption set 50 years prior, that's what everyone would be wearing. But I also think all football jerseys are bad, and the only way to do a good one is make it ridiculous.
I mean,
or Kelly Green.
Kelly Green. I was going to say
other.
the Kelly Green. You got
yeah, it's a good jersey.
Yeah,
but like I just like all right, so it's just numbers on a colored shirt. The worst ones don't have.
If they don't have a logo on them, they're trash.
Yes,
they got to have a logo because otherwise, like it's just anything. What am I looking at here? The worst football jerseys, though, are the ones that have like their name on the like front in some way. Like the Jets, I think, have that. And the Jets, everything's bad with the Jets.
Why would you remind anyone who you are? Maybe people will forget.
You're mad, like as bad as we have things in Philly. At least we're not Jets fans.
At least we're not the Jets.
Yeah. Ugh.
What else could you say? At least they're not from Canada.
Good pull. Come on, Risto. Also interesting that, you know, in this evolution of Risto, he's finally actually playing first pair minutes, which is something that didn't even happen under Chuck Fletcher, and he was coveted.
Oh my God, what just happened? That appeared to deflect over Vladar. They
wacky Pittsburgh ice.
Taken over territorially here a little bit.
Blaming those weird mountains.
But chances are still, I would say, in the Flyers' favor.
Dart angry. I've seen him a lot so far.
That fourth line's going to get some time. I really... Forster with a great opportunity. What an effort. And he draws a tripping penalty as well, so we're going to the Pico power play. And right now seems like a great time to tell you that the Fanatics app is the all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. It's all in one place, all built for fans just like us. Download the Fanatics app at allphly.com/fanatics. All right, so we got our first penalty kill. The special teams, I said pregame, if this is a series decided by special teams, my Flyers in 7 prediction becomes Pittsburgh in 5. But they kill the first penalty, and now they have a chance to kind of change the narrative here early in the first period.
Why would you even utter the words Pittsburgh in 5? We're not accepting that kind of negativity here anymore, Matt.
Steve, did you see me on Twitter today? I
didn't.
I'm not accepting anything from any of these hillbillies. These methed out hillbillies and their bridges.
I have an app. I have the app. I still have my accounts. I have not been on it in forever.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're not a Twitter guy.
I used to be a big Twitter guy. Not so much these days. But, yeah, it's the Pittsburgh. I have no time for the Pittsburgh fans. I have no time for that kind of just awful energy.
I had a whole afternoon of watching independent wrestling shows and arguing with Pens fans.
See, I was out in the sun.
I wasn't doing that.
I had a great day. I went to the punk rock flea market. I got this shirt that I'm rocking right here.
I made myself feel like I was working.
Shout out to Crack Bell
for my life here.
Crack Bell. I love this gritty Grateful Dead shirt I picked up. And yeah, dude, I got the sun. I got to get some cool stuff. Like, it was a great day. I got to chop it up. I actually met somebody who watched the show, so that was awesome. He was selling,
always a fun time to meet our listeners.
Selling video games and Flyers jerseys.
Viewers.
Selling SNES and N64 games and Flyers jerseys.
That's outstanding.
What a great combination.
Oh, my God. I'm glad I didn't go because Ave would be like, so you spent all our Italy money.
Yeah, I would have. I had to stop myself from spending $1,000 there.
Damn, Typho. That was a great chance. But he draws the penalty, and here we go.
I was saying in pregame, he's one of those difference makers, one of those wild cards that I think people aren't taking into account because when the Flyers were at their worst this season, they didn't have Tyson Forrester in the lineup.
They did stay afloat for that first month he was out, but really it all falls apart in January leading up to the break, and it is without Tyson Forster, who led them in goals when he got injured, and
I really
just scores nonstop since the middle of last season.
I really like Drysdale pinching there. I think they sometimes can get very sheepish with attacking the puck in the offensive zone like that. Oh, is that Martone with that Mishkov angle?
It was, I believe.
Beautiful.
So it's an unforced clear, but I like the aggressiveness.
I like the aggressiveness. I like when you shoot.
On their heels early. There's a lot of perimeter work to start.
Folks, as these deplete, by the way, the comments are only going to get more and more ridiculous. So.
And your comments can win you $100 in Fanatics fan cash. Remember that.
Hey.
As they get their second clear here, it's going to be like a minute when they're breaking back in. The first minute of the power play does not go the Flyers' way.
I like that I brought this specifically for just holding my laptop, but it's turned into something for me clapping louder.
Tippett just uses his speed to create an entry, and they're back on the attack.
All right, got to get that puck deep.
All right, they're set.
Risto on the power play kills my soul.
43 seconds left.
Oh, nice redirect.
Really good save there, and swallows up that rebound. Mishkov was crashing.
Making Skinner work early, and I like that.
39 seconds here with the offensive zone draw.
All right, we're going to see if we can balance it.
I am just... that is a great redirect. Devo with 2 great chances here in the first... basically half of the first period. And first 8 minutes of the first period. All right, they get tossed. Win this clean, Dvorak. They lose the draw. We'll always have the scar of Steve Mason. And he was so good. That's the problem, is he was so good for us.
Like, when you look at his number, Christian
that's
Dvorak with a good chance.
Devo, what happened? I think they scored.
I
think they scored.
They're waving it off. They're waving it
reason.
off. And things are getting spicy again. There is a reason this series is in primetime, folks. Skinner's looking a little rattled there.
What happened?
Let's see replay.
Is it before the...
No, he gets the chance. He tries to kick it.
That's
a clear kick.
All right, that's not going to count.
Yeah, it's a clear kick.
I like the aggressiveness.
And also
he just kind of gets taken off his feet.
Anytime you can legally, barrel into the goalie, take that chance. Ugh. I am uncomfortable watching that angle.
All right, so we have a false alarm on the first goal. 18 seconds here left on the strong stash there.
That was a good stash. You don't got to give it to Pittsburgh on a lot of things, but that stash on Skinner is really good. It's real Lanny McDonald.
The all-time best stash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Beautiful. Not beautiful. Yeah, as I drink more beers, you'll hear more 80s songs.
That'll do it for the Flyers power play. They come up empty, few good chances, but it's encouraging that they got a few pucks on net. One went in, doesn't count.
That was Hartnell in net, puck not.
Yeah. Whew. All right, we're 9 minutes in here into the first, and it is it's a tense one. I had forgotten what this feels like, but every time they touch the puck, I get nervous, and every time the Flyers touch the puck, I am excited.
I mean, Phil,
another big hit there for Coots, who's throwing the body often.
I will say the Carolina game had some playoff vibes to it. I certainly, how I felt watching it was very playoff-esque. And sadly, the camera cannot capture me pacing the studio and nervous shooting basketballs on Pop-A-Shot, so I can't do that. Oh, Glendening down.
Here early.
How has the fourth line been out there for 10 minutes already? Glendening, Glen Ross. If he scores a goal, I can say coffees for closers. Look at that wig on the Letang fan.
That's good stuff.
This is what I'm here for. I'm not here for the hockey commentary. I'm here to know things about the fans.
Come out for the playoffs.
Oh, it's the best.
It's just...
I can't wait to see who shows up in Philly. If you are, please let us know in the comments if you are planning on attending game 3 or 4 in some sort of crazy getup. All right, Bill. Who you think getting the first Flyers goal in this series?
Sean Couturier.
Going with the captain, setting the tone.
I like the way he's been physical. He's been setting the tone for them. He's been scoring a bit lately.
I like my boy Mike. Matvey Michkov.
If Michkov starts the series scoring, the Flyers are winning the series.
I'm going to break through the wall like the Kool-Aid man if that happens, because I love Matvey Michkov so much. And I just feel, because you remember we got some super chats, not very favorable Michkov ones a few weeks ago, and that's the closest I've come to losing my cool during the super chats.
There was a lot of super chats that one show, and several of them were critical of Mish, but he has basically been real good since the break.
I feel very vindicated by how he's been, and just scoring big goals is so encouraging to me. Scoring that Winnipeg goal, scoring the Carolina goal, just awesome stuff. And he was so good in that Montreal game. Oh, spinorama!
Left it on the doorstep. Come on.
I like it, though.
Grab a rebound.
I like that Owen Tippett's using that creativity and speed, because that means we got good Owen Tippett tonight.
Created one of his one-man entries on the power play. There's just him using the fact that he's better than everyone to get a chance.
Kill him.
Good D there. And helmet knocked off
helmet
purposefully.
Off.
This should be a penalty on Crosby.
It's the scumbag move from Sidney Crosby this early. Who would have thought? Great flow in Drysdale, though.
It should take both of them.
He did it on purpose, refs. He's a rat. Drysdale looks tired. I don't like that.
Both or neither. That's the play here.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
I mean, this is as obvious as it gets.
Veteran savvy. What the hell, Crosby? I hate him again. Oh, Quigley on Flight this week was like,
both or neither.
Well, I respect Sidney Crosby. I don't respect him. I hate his guts.
I have no respect for him for the next 2 weeks, tell you that.
No. Okay.
All right, they're taking both.
That's fine. I will take that trade-off all day, every day.
That is completely acceptable.
Jamie Drysdale, and look at that grin. Crosby knew what he did.
He does need to put it back on or leave the ice, but if you take a dude's helmet off, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they called it, quite honestly.
I will take that all day. Good job, refs. For once.
Tell me, Steve, when Washington gets themselves back into the playoff race, you were thinking the league's going to do whatever the hell it can, right?
Yeah. Well, it was especially because Ovechkin refused the handshake line for the Penguins and was like, I'll see you guys in the playoffs. And I'm like, oh, the fix is in. Oh, the good old days. Hashtag 1975. It's going to be Porter and Mike, right?
Oh, man. Like, I can't wait for this commercial to be these guys.
Yes.
I can't wait for the highlights to be, like, who is the new Briere, the new Hartnell, the new Timonen.
Yeah, I'll take that trade-off for Drysdale for Crosby. I mean, Jamie's come leaps and bounds since they acquired him, but getting Sidney Crosby off the ice for 2 minutes is pretty nice.
It is. You know what else is nice? $100 in fan cash we're giving away to the best comment during this watch-along. And you should know, excuse me, fan cash can be used to buy tickets to Fanatics Fan Fest in New York, where you can see AI Allen Iverson, Chase Utley, Tom Brady, Jay-Z, and more. Make sure you're filling up the comments and hit that like button. I see we have about 76 likes. That's nice, but
that's a good number,
let's
by
jack
the way.
that thing up.
Good number. Got to support our boys as they face the Boston Celtics coming up. Excited for that series. Be sure to check out PHLY Sixers Show. Do great work.
Yeah, they've got watch-alongs as well for their playoffs, and we are here doing this courtesy of Fanatics as well.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right.
Recycling here.
Oh, Malkin. Some 71 on 71 violence that might be happening.
Malkin just trying to rat it up. Like, hitting guys a little late, but soft so they won't call it, and just hoping someone retaliates.
What do they call it? 2-line pass here?
Remember that.
One of the worst, like, viewing experiences. 90s hockey, man. It's a miracle we got into this sport in the way we did, because the 2-line pass stopped play constantly.
If it wasn't for just having the team that one had, the next one in Lindros.
Look at those ball guys.
And they was willing to just spend and try to get everybody.
Some shiny heads on that bench.
There's no way people care about hockey in this city with those rules.
No. No, I mean, just between the clutch and grab, 2-line pass, the crease rule, just awful stuff
nice
in the 90s
there
at
to send
times.
Zegras. Okay.
But we had Lindros and Leclerc.
They're Pepper and Skinner. They haven't really tested him a ton. The one great chance off the post, but I like that there, using the defenseman, putting it through his legs. It just feels like they got to break through. Got them on their heels.
Yeah, because I don't want what happened in the Carolina game where they started really strong and then Carolina started, really just playing their game. And it worked for a while. They really pinned the Flyers down.
They did, yeah.
Flyers need a breakthrough moment to come back in that game. And all right. Let's go, Vladdy.
Wow, I can't believe he came away with control of that. Just take him.
I love taking a shot there. And
yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just, more aggressiveness. I think more taking advantage of open space like that. Throw that mask off on purpose, bud.
Oh, all right. Breaks up a little entry rush there for Pittsburgh, taking his helmet off. I like jamming him. I like going to the net so far. More traffic.
Possibly could have happened to get that mask off. He took it off. Flyers were just too strong there, and he's like, we got to slow these guys down a little bit. He's scared. He's playing scared, Bill.
At 35 seconds left on 4-on-4, and they ice it. All right. 4-on-4 ozone face-off. I like it.
Let's take advantage of that Crosby absence.
That is a great point. With Crosby off the ice, this is a chance to win some matchups with some open ice.
It's cool they're doing the bus tour. I like that.
And on the Fanatics app, you can get official gear for your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, and must-have merch all in one place. And of course, you can get it with Fan Cash.
Hey.
You have a chance to win $100 of Fan Cash with the best comment. All right, like the forecheck here.
Go get a Flyers. Go get a Porter Martone jersey with that Fan Cash.
Get yourself a Martone jersey.
It'll get you halfway there at least. Listen, that's a good chunk of change right there. And Martone, Mishkov, again, you got these guys that are going to be here for years and are awesome.
And hey, you can use Fan Cash on game tickets on the Fanatics app as well. Maybe you want to go to game 3 or 4? Well, you win tonight. You'll be $100 closer to getting in.
I'm very excited to have playoff hockey back in Philadelphia. I've got two of my guys on Broad Street Hockey, Ryan Quigley and Joe DeMarene, are going to game 3 together. I'm pumped for them. It's both their first Flyers playoff game. And I'm just excited for people to have that experience. Because, man, that building...
aggressive with the pinch.
When that building is rocking, it's just the best.
I covered a Flyers-Rangers game. Not game 6. I didn't have a seat for that one, so I went to Xfinity at the time.
Wise choice.
And watched from there. But the game where Carcillo scored, I was in the press box sitting in front of all their scratches, and they were going nuts. It's the closest I've come to being unprofessional in the press box.
Get in there.
Barkey
Get in there.
has a path.
Just take the
Denver,
shot,
take
Barkey.
it to the net. He gets tripped behind the play. That has to be a penalty. Somehow it's not.
Oh, nice play.
Couple blocks. The Penguins pressuring now.
Jamie Drysdale,
Barkey, take that to the net, my
I know.
man. You had a lane.
Like, it's not the worst idea, but he had the lane.
It's an
get that
open
puck
play,
in.
but you're there. Maybe that guy can just get the rebound.
Was he passing it to Mishkov there? Woo.
Oof, that woke the Penguins up a little. All right, 5:35 left. We're still scoreless. Well, not scoreless. It's 0-0. We are without a goal. I know that bothers some people.
I mean, scoreless.
Yeah, it's
A bunch of nerds have a problem with that.
it's definitely a nerdy thing. But
Listen, I'm a nerd.
We're all inclusive here, nerds and all.
I mean, I am a nerd. I can call other nerds nerds. Flyers doing a nice job in the shot area, up 10-4. And they're winning the hits battle, Bill.
Well,
that's
what's
what
most
matters the most.
important.
A real official stat.
It is more official than it used to be.
Yeah. It used to depend on like the building you're in.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I think Jeff Marek told a story about Vancouver back in the day? They knew the Flyers were looking for like a big physical defenseman. So they told the scorekeepers, juice Dan McGillis' numbers, and he was having like 15, 20 hits a game. And the Flyers, and McGillis was good, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
I don't think he wasn't 20 hits a game.
No.
And that's like, they were just saying whatever in the box score.
Speaking of McGillis, by the way, when I was at the punk rock flea market earlier today, one of the vendors had a Luke Richardson t-shirt.
Ooh.
And it was like one of those like late 90s, early 2000s, like multiple images of the guy kind of t-shirt that have come back into style.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was Luke Richardson. I'm like, why would they make this? I loved it, though. I wish I'd gotten it. It wasn't in my size, or I would have.
Checking eBay for those cartoon-style LOD shirts.
Woo. Love that.
I had one back in the day that said Power Line, and it was Lindros LeClaire.
Oh, yeah. The one that I have still that I wish fit me better is I have the cartoon head 97 Eastern Conference champion shirt.
I saw that on eBay. I was this close to buying it.
It's a great shirt.
It's the whole roster, right?
Yeah, it's the whole roster, yeah.
Hit him. All right, you tried.
He's a big guy. Anthony Mantha's pretty big. Pretty good puck handling by Vladar.
Would like get a little bit more on the attack here. They haven't given up a ton of chances, but I feel like the Penguins have had the puck decent amount lately. Turnover in the neutral zone, that could help.
All right, come on, Mishkov. Come on, Mish.
Good battle. They come away with it. Whew. You know, Steve, the Fanatics app is more than just shopping. You can play free daily games in the app to earn fan cash, which you can spend on jerseys, game tickets, collectibles, and so much more. Fanatics app, download it, allphly.com/fanatics.
They have one on Fridays. They have a free, I forget exactly what it is, but it's basically like you can win a bunch of fan cash in that game, and it's every Friday. And I actually won a bunch a couple months back, and it was awesome. Like $40 or $50. Check that out. A little ball drop thing has different point totals at the bottom.
Oh, man. So, before the puck drop, JJ was saying 11 Flyers making their playoff debut. I have it as 10, but then Vladar making his first career start. So perhaps that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
But
Sam Emerson count?
It's Zegras, Mishkov, Martone, Cates, Barkey, Forster, Risto, York, Drysdale, Andre.
You didn't tell me there'd be
Am
math
I missing
tonight.
anybody?
You gotta count.
Just if you had someone in mind.
Drinking beers. I can't count.
I'm going to have to get a beer soon.
God, get a beer.
Getting
I
thirsty over here.
I bought 10 beers. Go get up. Oh, yeah, I'll just talk a bunch.
I can get up, right? It's commercial.
Give me another one. Give me a Love City Lager. There we go. And now you're here. Let me tell you about all the great services I can offer you with my Ponzi scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. I'm sorry. Let me tell you about the joys of sketch comedy. Come out and see a show. We do actually do some of those. They're very fun. Look at the captain, Cootsie. All that playoff experience. We were the podcast I did with Flyers goal scored by the other day. We were talking about the 2012 series, and it's crazy that in Game 2, you had Giroux and Couturier getting hat tricks in that game, especially when Couturier is super young, and when he was just known as a defensive player at that point. He was not known for his offense at all. So
what a ridiculous series. We will never see anything like 2012 again.
Because you'll never see a goalie as bad and hilarious as Ilya Bryzgalov again.
Yeah, I mean, Briz v. Fleury.
Fleury was bad in that series, too.
Oh, my God. That's the
beach ball.
Yeah, the Briere beach ball gif.
Yeah. The Briere with the most hilariously offsides goal I've ever seen that didn't get called back.
God. I love how that's not the one. I think it's Ryan Johansson. They always talk about this is what made it like a rule. And the Flyers are down, 2 or 3-0 in that game?
Yeah.
And Briere gets that 20 feet. He's like at the top of the circles when he gets the puck.
Yeah. It was so bad, and I could not believe.
Oh, awesome hit. Who was that?
Who was that?
Keeping the puck in at the line and fending off Jacot at the same time. Might have been Martone.
Slowing things down. The old men got to slow things down. It's past their bedtime, Bill. I am not older than everybody on that roster.
Yeah, but athlete years are different than real years.
It's true. They're like dog years, basically.
All right, what I don't want is to give up a late one here. That would be, I wouldn't say devastating, but a real blow to a pretty well-played first period. The Pens have really applied some pressure here, but they're battling. All right, final minute.
Last minute of play in the first period. We have Dan Baker coming and do this with us.
I would love for Dan Baker to come hang out with us. Dan, if you're listening, I'll buy your beers.
Does he still go to Chickies for certain away games and read the Phillies lineup?
I sure hope so.
Because he used to do that, and I didn't know that was a thing, and me and my dad were in there one night. We're like, is that Dan Baker doing the Phillies lineup on this away game?
Martone out there with Cates and Barkey. Martone's coming off now. 20 seconds left. Got to believe Misha's going to be jumping on as the trailer here. Maybe they can find him in front for a late goal. All right, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it for the first period here on the PHLY Flyers Watch Along presented by the Fanatics app. We're not going anywhere. And in fact, I think...
Where else I got to be?
Yeah. I gave you that beer, right? Okay.
You gave me that beer. I pocketed it.
Okay.
It's coming out.
I was like, wait, didn't I have two?
It started with the tall boy, my friend, and...
the fan club is delicious.
The fan club's really good. They gave me a sampler, and I'm like, yep, that's a done deal. No problem.
All right, so do we want to do super chats by period? Oh, excellent.
Good.
That's even better.
Good. Time to sing songs.
Yeah. All right, Steve. So shots 10-5 through 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No goals scored yet. The Dvorak, a few chances. Finally gets one behind the line, but it does not count. How are we feeling after 20 minutes?
I feel good. I feel good because they are meeting the moment so far. They do not look out of place.
They do not look overmatched.
I think that was our worry, is that they come in, they would see the bright lights. This is a team that they have faltered in a lot of these big games this year. I know that Charlie kind of he didn't quite roll his eyes at me when I asked about that, but he was just like, I don't know about that.
Well, it's just funny. Like, someone actually broke it down, like, why it feels like the Flyers came out of nowhere. And, they were on the steady pace from, the second game out of the break through the end, and then really turned it on late. But it did seem like, oh, yeah, got a couple against Columbus, dropped those. Washington, dropped that game. Like, the games that you had, the Islanders, like, a couple of the games that seemed huge.
Yeah.
That you
the
have
Columbus
circled
games
as,
in particular.
these ones are the ones that are going to determine it. They lose. But they dominate the West. They win a few late, including, the B team game at the end of the season with Montreal to get to 98 points. But it did feel as if kind of every time it was, all right, this is the one, make your mark. They don't. And, you also get blown out by the Rangers once.
Those Rangers games, I think they almost killed us.
Like, you look at their record, and until the last couple of weeks, the perception of what they were doing doesn't really match how good the results were. So it does kind of feel like they came out of nowhere to get this spot, but it was as Charlie said, gradual and then sudden build to get here.
Yeah, and one of the things I like in this game so far is not only they met the moment, but the pace of the game really seems to favor the Flyers so far. I like this quicker pace. They've gotten a lot of good chances, but they've also kept things pretty tight in the defensive zone. I mean, the Penguins have had some chances, but I feel like the Flyers defenders have done a good job of getting back and trying to limit those opportunities. Drysdale had a couple really good moments like that. Vladar's looked solid so far. I like what I see at this point.
I certainly don't have any complaints. Would like to see them cash a few of these chances, but I think they've been good. I think they've been good so far.
Yeah.
All right.
Namaste, Bill.
A little time to breathe here, Steve. I'll tell you, so I'm going with the Lindblom jersey for pre-games.
Oski boy.
And post if they win.
Yeah.
But for the watch-along, I decided to go 74-75 Cup champs because it's their only S-talk. It's the only taunt they actually have on us. 1975. And I feel like this is sort of... B-Rabbit, tell these people something they don't know about me. Like, what are you going to say, man? I'm owning it right here. It's been 51 years.
It's been 51 years. I mean, yeah, just get over it, guys. I mean, we've heard it. You can't hurt me with it anymore, okay? I'm beyond being hurt with it.
And honestly, why don't they have more?
Why don't they have more?
Why did they only win 3 with Crosby? It's been 21 seasons.
Crosby, Malkin, Letang. They had Fleury. Now they have Carlson. And then they should have won way more. Kessel, Mr. Hot Dog Eater. I got a little trip by Skinner on that one.
Tell you what I like there on the waved off goal. Owen Tippett into the crease and then backs out. A little distraction there for Skinner, but nothing that could get called against him.
Yeah. No, anytime you can legally smash into the goalie.
Yeah, and then Dvorak just lands on him.
Yeah,
which is great.
It's great. Rough him up. I want to see Vladar fight him.
I mean, Keith Jones is the president of this team. Hopefully he said, hey, you get a chance, run the goalie.
Oh, Keith Jones, man. I love Jonesy because that was the kind of player he was. He knew all those little tips and tricks.
It was my favorite thing when he talks about running Hasek. Is he did it because he knew no one actually liked him. He was just awesome.
Yeah.
And then he did it a second time because the first time no one punched him in the face. They all jumped on him and made it look like they were sticking up for him, but he didn't actually get punched in the face.
That's
so he
awesome.
did it again.
I wish I think he's doing a great job as president, but sometimes I wish he wasn't president so he could just tell us old tales while we're doing this watch along.
Yeah, I just wish.
What player wants to come?
I text him something and I just get an LOL back. I'm like, I know you're not going to actually expand on this because I'll say it.
Come on, Jonesy. Come tell us some good old stories. We gotta find somebody who wants to hang out and tell us stories during these watch-alongs. Maybe Oscar Bartulis.
Maybe there's just someone hanging out outside.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably someone hanging out, but it's either like somebody who's had a few too many at Love City or somebody who's just wandering. Because this is Philadelphia.
The dudes in the pizza truck, I bet they got some.
Oh, I'm sure
awesome
they have some
tales.
great tales, yeah. Come on down. Give us your weird stories.
This one dude on Twitter today kept telling me he was going to beat my ass.
Okay.
So I told him where the studio is.
Bill, you should have warned me about this because I would have brought my brass knuckles.
Do you know how much it would cost to feed a donkey for the 4-day trip from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia? Come on.
A donkey.
He's going to get to the city, see indoor plumbing, and just drop dead.
Well, they do have, have you ever heard of the Pittsburgh toilet? It's a toilet.
No, those are just synonyms to me.
It's a toilet in a basement that is just like sitting there in the basement and doesn't have like any walls around it. We did a whole break. This is the kind of podcast I run when I'm not being a professional here at PHLY. Is we had a whole conversation on Old Fly Hyperbole breaking down a picture of the Pittsburgh toilet.
Where is it?
The Pittsburgh toilet?
Yeah.
It was in Pittsburgh.
Is it just in the road?
No, it's in the
on one
basement of the
bridges?
house.
Oh,
It's in a basement.
is it just in a random person's basement?
Yeah, I'm going to Google it right now. Wow, it came up.
Pittsburgh toilet.
This is and again, I don't usually advocate for the AI overview, but it's the easiest thing to read here. A Pittsburgh toilet, or Pittsburgh potty, is a usually unpartitioned flush toilet located in the open basement of pre-World War II homes in Pittsburgh, often accompanied by a utility sink or shower. They allowed dirty steel workers to clean up before entering the main home and served as a backup to prevent sewage from flooding upper floors during city sewer failures.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's just
Here's the picture.
This is just a feature of Pittsburgh. This is a thing that many of these people have.
Yeah. Tommy used to work on the docks and use a Pittsburgh toilet before he could enter the home.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Yeah, these are the kind of things that we used
Google
to...
Pittsburgh toilet.
The podcast has become much more regular over the years, but we used to be very weird. Had a whole 10-minute conversation to open one show discussing how much marinara is too much marinara for a spaghetti dinner. Because Craig felt that he had too much marinara, and I said, you can't give me too much marinara. I will take extra bread to soak it all up and be very happy.
I don't want it flooded, but I do want enough. And if it's
lot.
on the side and I can add it myself, I feel like there's no such thing as too much.
Oh, I need it. I need it mixed in. You can give me, I'll take everybody's marinara. And give me the good bread, like when you go to Ralph's and they give you the good seeded bread and you dip it in. Yes! It's the stuff. Making myself hungry now.
Yeah, showing some of the Coots' hits in this period. He was
Coots.
very much physical. I don't even know if I'd call that a reverse hit. I would just say that's getting to the battle first.
Oh, that's a good hit. The guy in the Letang jersey immediately stood up. Was like, "Oh, why are there so many Letang jerseys? Like, of all the Penguins to get, like, ugh."
I feel like that's the
so
play.
lame.
Is like everybody has a Crosby and a Malkin, so you wanted to stand out but still have one of the core guys.
Yeah,
So you
I
went
do
with
get
Letang.
it, but
Yeah.
definitely the lamest of the three. Oh, Christopher Letang, Doc.
Christopher, I'll tell you.
Sometimes I miss Pierre.
Pierre's actually good. He's on Marik's podcast a lot. And when he's just like telling stories and being cool, like it's totally acceptable. It's just like, oh yeah, here's a game not featuring the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I'm gonna somehow fit a story about Crosby in here.
Do you think
why? Why?
Do you think if Pierre snuck onto the Pittsburgh Penguins bench, anyone would notice? Because he looks exactly like all their coaches.
They do have quite a few balds.
Sid, did you miss me? It's Pierre, your old buddy here. I snuck up behind you. Don't do a jump scare.
That's dead on. That is a dead on.
That
Pierre.
used to be a very regular Flyperbole feature. Is me shouting Pierre McGuire quotes and impressions. Oh, Doc, I followed Mike Richards all the way since he was in Saskatchewan.
And
let me tell you,
into the bathroom. Let me tell you.
He really hates my guts, Doc. Well, Pierre, I think you might have a problem.
Filtered on through. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite doc, filtered on through.
I miss that entire crew in a way that I didn't think I would when they were around. Because not only, Emmerich, obviously one of the pros of all the pros, and the excitement level, while it did get to be a bit much at times, has been unmatched. I would take that over what we get on like the ESPN broadcast excitement-wise sometimes. ESPN has gotten some guys in the mix that are better at it, but some of the guys are a little bit monotone for me at times. But Doc, I mean, geez, I do miss that. But they all had like unique personalities where like Eddie Olczyk was the regular guy who would also really loved horse racing. He'd start talking about like horse racing. Like, oh, the Derby's coming up. Yeah. And then obviously Doc loved the game like nobody else. And the excitement level, like drives, like just wild stuff. And then Pierre's the creepiest guy in the funniest way.
Yes. Nosferatu looking.
Oh my God. It's like that Office meme where Angela sneaks up on Dwight. That was Pierre sneaking up on every NHL player for post-game interviews. And they're like, because he's a creepy guy. But again, I miss because there was a lot of personality in that. And I feel like they've tried to inject personality. I'm just not sure. That's not being fair to TNT. I think TNT's done a really good job kind of mirroring their old NBA show.
That's the TNT studio show I love.
The studio show is fantastic. They have fun. You can tell they're having fun. And it's funny because like it is a copy of what they did with the NBA.
Absolutely.
But it works so well, and they found the right personalities to mesh with each other.
I do like talking about Jonesy as president. Like, obviously, Spittin' Chicklets is a monster, obviously. And Biz has ascended to a level in,
a few other people in hockey. Do not
he
get
is one
there.
of the most influential people. I wonder though, like, if they have the opportunity to bring in Jonesy, does Biz even
right? I wonder
that chance.
I wonder. And
maybe he does at ESPN instead, but it is like it's one of those like domino effect things.
Because he is such an outsized personality compared to everybody else on there that it does really drive a lot of that chaotic nature of the show. And Biz is one of those people, love him or hate him. He does add a lot to that show as far as the fun factor goes.
Oh yeah.
Because like you do need somebody because the thing about the NBA show is Charles Barkley
is just
ridiculous. Yeah. He will say whatever he wants at any given time. And that's why that works so well. And then he just has such a great back and forth with everybody on there. And it worked really well for the NHL show. Jonesy's it is so fascinating. I know Sealski wrote a piece about Jonesy this past week. And it's just funny. It was about like him taking a risky move to take on the presidency. And it's just funny to think about him taking that move and how our opinions of that, because what was your take when it first happened? Because my take was, are you kidding me? Just another Flyers hire? And it's like, what does he know about being president of the team? I don't understand. But then I understood when I saw him do a pregame interview in preseason with JJ and Bush. And I'm like, this is it. He's the PR guy.
Getting to know Jonesy like I did while working at WIP.
Yeah.
Like, I have gotten to see him behind the scenes, like, as a smart human being and not just a dude making fart jokes. Yeah, like...
See, I never really listened to him on WIP, but I always really liked him as a broadcaster, and I thought he was very insightful, so I respected him as a smart human being from that.
The most shocking, like... I remember Abe and I leave a
It wasn't
Phillies
even a consideration that he would be president. It was wild.
Abe and I leave a Phillies game in like the 6th or 7th because we got to get to Delaware for a quizzo she was hosting.
Yeah.
And we're like halfway there, and all of a sudden we're getting all these texts and calls like, Jonesy?
Like,
what are you talking about? What did he do?
What did he do? Did he moon somebody?
Yeah, and it's like, he's the president. What? And it was
him? What is it, funny or something?
Chaos, but I got it. Like, for what they have turned the role into, especially... Like, knowing that you need somebody who actually cares about and understands the fans in this town and isn't just condescending to us, like, I think he has done a great job with it.
I think it's brilliant now. Like when it first happened, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. But again, I saw him do that pregame, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. And as it's evolved, like it's very clear that they're letting Briere cook as GM. He might have some input. And we noted that they watch every game together. They are sitting right next to each other, and they're talking and laughing, and they like talking to each other about hockey.
And there is not I don't think Jonesy thinks he could do Briere's job better than Briere.
Yes.
There is not the looming specter of Clarkey over Homer or Homer over Hextall.
It was so ridiculous. It's
it's two guys with two separate jobs.
We're moving on from Paul Holmgren, but he's going to be the president. And I always joke that he'd be
so you
like,
let him give Andrew McDonald a contract?
Yeah.
But you're removing him.
my joke was always that he was stuck in that like a plastic prison like Magneto, and just like pounding on the glass saying, "No, Hextall, you need to make a crazy trade now." Obviously, you need the happy medium between those two guys right there.
Say what you will about Paul Holmgren, and ultimately it failed. The first half of his tenure, a success.
Unbelievable first half. I mean, you look at moves like
the Briz thing is kind of on Ed Snyder.
Hartnell is like an unbelievable move. Chris Pronger. I mean,
was it Upshaw, Ryan Parent, and then the first round pick that you flip back for Tiemann and Hartnell. Yeah, Lupul was
Lupul was the Pronger deal.
He goes in the Pronger deal.
Yeah.
How did they get Lupul?
I forget. I'll look it up.
Trade with Edmonton. I think he comes over with Jason Smith. I think
solid
those two
player
come together.
Right there. Solid player. They had a lot of. What I really like those teams because they just had so many like solid players right there. I should have taken my.
I was a big Lassi Kukkonen guy.
What a name!
I loved his shot blocking posture. How it was like he didn't defend anyone except to block the shots. Oh, that's how that happened. They just showed the weird flip chance that looks like it caught Vladar on the helmet or the shoulder, and it just kind of squeaked through maybe Sanheim's legs there as we get ready for puck drop here in the second.
Lupul was traded alongside Oilers captain Jason Smith to the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for Joni Pitkanen, Jeff Sanderson, and a third-round draft pick in 2008.
That's a pretty damn good trade.
Like pop-up video right here, right now.
I did love
pop-up video.
I did have high hopes for Pitkanen, I guess I would say.
I liked Joni Pitkanen. I mean, he should have been better, but we all had high hopes for him. Yeah. He was a pretty high draft pick, right?
Yeah, they traded up to 4 to get him, I think.
Joni Pitkanen. The Joni Pitkanen song.
Fourth line back out there to start again. The Coots wins the draw. Good second effort there. We are underway. Period 2 in Pittsburgh. Game is tied, and Hathaway is just a one-man wrecking crew right now.
4th overall. Great memory there for Joni Pitkanen. Hathaway and that fourth line has been laying guys out today. I mean, Coots in the first period had a ton of hits.
Glendening to keep that puck alive. Another good keep.
All right, and just a reminder to the folks out there, you have Coots as the first Flyers goal in this game or in the series. I'm not going to curse anything.
I got to believe they scored today.
I don't know. It's Flyers playoff. Anything goes. And I have Matvei Mishkov, so a little gentleman's bet going here. I don't think there's any stakes except bragging rights.
Oh, that's a bad turnover. Okay, they survived.
Good clear, though. Good clear.
All right, and they're back on the
Porter
attack.
Martin. You hear this kid, Porter Martin?
Gonna
be really good for the Flyers.
Dvorak there, but Penn's got a stick on it.
Come on, Bristow, pull up on the puck.
That's a little far.
He's got a long reach.
That's fair.
Like Shel Samuelson, long reach.
Shel Samuelson.
That was what I always remember about Shel Samuelson is JJ always like, a long reach.
Good play there. All right.
Little rookie hesitation from Martone there.
Someone get to this.
Come on.
All right.
Same team. All right, Risto moves the puck up. Nice. Let's change him up. I was thinking of the Mighty Ducks, too. Change him up.
We need different players. And they all look at her like she's nuts.
It's a great scene.
Like, I feel like you could have put this together with context.
Go!
He's in alone. Zegras stoned alone.
I love the steal and the energy and the fact that he took the damn shot.
They got to break through soon. They have had a lot of good chances so far.
Yeah.
And I don't want this solid play of the first 22 and a half minutes to go to waste.
Nope.
Good D there
What
by
a play.
Sealer, I think. Yeah, Sealer.
Sealer doing what Andrew McDonald always tried to do and failed spectacularly
He would
at.
just go to the ice. He would not slide. He would just fall and lay.
Fishing on ice.
As if it wasn't the 21st century and everyone has, like, you know, a sauce pass.
McDonald Delight. McDonald Delight.
Keeping the Pens to the perimeter pretty well here. Niche wanted that.
Yeah, you wanted that
Oh,
bad.
good way to go.
All right. Go.
And this is Cates with Barkey.
I like that he took the shot.
I like that he shot. Recover.
Come on.
Ooh, Andre. Plastered.
And nothing.
All right.
It's always jarring when you see the board ads and then they zoom in and it's the regular ads.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Why aren't they moving?
Yeah.
That is the worst idea in a league of nothing but bad ideas.
So how mad are you
Like,
if
we're
you're
gonna-
somebody who pays for board ads at the arena?
They
that you're
have to
getting
be
covered
less
up
now,
with?
right? Because like they don't show up on TV. Look,
Yeah.
a moving puck on the boards when there's a puck in the. I just
It just disappears into the ether. Lather.
All right, 4.5 minutes in here. Still feeling good.
No commercial break.
Would like a little sustained pressure, but they've had several chances.
Zegras' chance was great. Kate's chance was great. What a play by Sealer.
Yeah, it's Kindle going to the net there.
Seal deal. A guy who I always thought was just fine, but has really had a solid year for the team. And, people complained about that contract, but I think
I
think
just
it's
think
solid.
you need one Nick Sealer.
He's-
Like you just need that guy who blocks every shot.
Yep.
Will scrap, will hit.
And without Delorier,
a-
he's
yeah.
the guy who's most likely to fight now in that lineup and stand up for somebody.
And could just be a mentor for young guys. Isn't going to take any chances or make mistakes like that. Risto with a turnover there to Crosby.
All right, big chance for Martone right now. Or not chance, but Martone having to do defense in front of the net. Oh, come on, go,
Konechny
go!
with a nice play. Falls down. Gets to the center.
Martone got kind of
3-on-2 now. Flyers need to get
veteran
back.
there.
Good play by Sanheim and Risto.
Come on,
TK, come
Takes.
on, man. If you're going to do that, get it deep. Like, get in and hit a guy. Flyers are absolutely bringing the physicality here.
They really are. Bringing the noise.
Thought they just about sprung Tippett, but just misses Zegras.
That would have been nice if he had gotten him. 4 track from Zeegs.
Let's go here, boys.
Zigga
Got
zigga.
one.
Zigga zigga.
Yeah.
Offsides?
Offside.
Let me get a break.
The longer this goes without a goal, who do you think it benefits, Steve?
Unfortunately, I think that benefits the Penguins because
They've been here before.
they've been here before. That's where the potential. How is that not interference? I mean, probably because he got laid out by Tippett. That is a full-grown man reaction right there. That is like, woo! Oh, he broke his belt too.
He regrets that decision.
Let me go skate at this brick wall. Oh man, the brick wall got hands. He's hurting.
Seems a little shook up.
Just a little bit.
There you go. Get in and hit.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, I really thought that went in.
What's the Steve weird noise counter at now? 5? I think so. We get a ticker at the bottom. Steve beer strength and Steve weird noise counter.
Just little checks.
Time for the Steve Jacot stretch break.
And while we're here and we have a commercial break, I got to tell you about the Fanatics app. Tonight, this watch-along is presented by the Fanatics app. I lost my place here. The Fanatics app is your all-in-one destination for every part of your Flyers fandom. Download the Fanatics app today at allphly.com/fanatics, and we're giving away $100 in Fanatics fan cash if you have the best comment during tonight's watch-along. We are going to hook you up with $100 in fan cash, which can be spent on the Fanatics app, on gear, tickets, anything you like. It's all in one place, all built for fans like us. Download the Fanatics app at allphly.com/fanatics. Starting to feel this game a little as we now, 25 or almost 27 minutes into this game without a goal. The first one just keeps becoming a bigger and bigger specter as there's less and less game left. Dying for the Flyers not to give up the first one as they did 50 times in the regular season. Great comeback team. They won 19 or 20 of those 50, but I would like a lead. I would like to see how this team plays with a lead and have the Penguins have to push a little because that could lead to some good chances the other way. They'll have to risk more, be more aggressive, and the counterattack is where the Flyers thrive offensively. One could lead to 2 or 3 very, very quickly. I'd like to give Vladar a little bit of a cushion here as well. He's been strong. It hasn't faced a shot officially, JJ just said. And yeah, 5 shots is still the counter on the box score. They've done a good job of keeping the Pens to the outside. But I really want a goal. All right, another save for Vladar there on a long-distance shot. Saw it all the way. And Coots barreling through. He's got a lane to the goal. Oh! How didn't he score? Damn, man. That felt like it. Back in the Flyers zone now after another high-danger chance for the Flyers. That does not come through. They have definitely had the majority of the chances thus far. And shots are 12-6, it's saying, 7 minutes in here to the second. Puck in the middle loose. Okay, TK jumps on it. Let's go, boys. Just one. Just get one. Feels like a good time for a Mark Tone first career power play goal or first career playoff goal. Good battle there for TK. But he gets shed. Ooh. All right, counterattack. Marty, just hold it. Oh, good D by... Oh! Ooh, that got through. Opening up a little bit, it feels like. Penguins have a little jump. All right. Here you go. He's got him. He shoots. Oh, come on, Tip. Come on, Tip. What a long outlet pass by Forster to spring Tippett, but he can't finish, and we are still deadlocked at zeros. As Flyers look to break up ice again. Damn, man. Come on, Tip. Need you to finish that. Hell of an outlet pass. Oh, man's down. That'll send the Flyers a little.
Gang, I'm standing here waiting for tea anyway, so I might as well just give some commentary.
Why not? Flyers set up in the zone. Ooh, if they get a cheap one, that would be beautiful. That's through! He scores! Oh, he never saw that, and I think he beat him 5-hole. Jamie Drysdale, first career playoff game from his teammate
What
in
a
Anaheim.
beautiful thing
Trevor
there.
Zegras, they connect for the 1-0
There we go.
lead. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah.
I was talking with Quiggs on Flight this week, and we were talking about kind of dark horse candidates for the Flyers, guys you might not be thinking about as the primary guys to watch out for. And one of the guys I mentioned was Jamie Drysdale. I think he's come along great
Barkey
this
getting
season.
in front, taking away.
Woo!
Yeah, look at that.
What a shot.
Barkey battling with, is that Letang in front? And he
5-hole.
had no idea where that puck is, Skinner, and he just beats him between the legs. Hell yeah, boys.
This team is
Let's
finally...
go!
Let's go! This team is finally learning the art of the screen, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, all it took is getting a bunch of young, good players.
That's all it took. An infusion of youth and talent. That's all.
Icing on the first shift after the goal. Don't love it, but
What a
10:28
story,
left here.
by the way, that Denver Barkey is. Just the way he has come on after being a guy where you're talking about him like, I don't know, he's a little guy. Is he really going to be able to play at the NHL level? And from day one, he's been able to play at the NHL level. He really has had a really impressive rookie season, does a lot of the little things right. I love Denver Barkey. And you got to think Denver Barkey's success is probably part of the reason that that Danny Briere felt that he could trade Bobby Brink at the trade deadline and take a chance on David Jiricek. Because
Absolutely.
we all like Bobby Brink, right? But you can't have that many short wingers on the team that kind of do the same thing. Barkey's a little bit more physical than Brink, I think. Brink's a little bit more of an offensive, creative player. But ultimately, they're looking to get more size on the wings. Mishkov's not the biggest guy. Barkey's not the biggest guy. And Barkey being able to play like he does already, like, hey, why not take a chance in an area where we don't have a lot of youth in the system with David Jiricek? So I like that trade, and I think that Denver Barkey's success is a big reason why Danny Briere felt like he could make that trade.
All right, 1-0. After surrendering the first goal 50 times in the regular season, the Flyers get the first one of the series. Drysdale from Zegras in their revenge tour post-Anaheim. Now the counterattack from Crosby and company is something you have to fend off here.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than giving one up. And
these
it looks
are,
like Sanheim's going for interference.
I don't know, I feel like this is probably something that rhymes with bullshit. Draw a penalty. I love Ristolainen just holding Shea at arm's length like it's nothing. Interference.
Yeah, they're not going to get that. It's just going to be a Pittsburgh power play.
Yeah. They got to keep him in the game, Bill.
Obviously.
Primetime ESPN game. Come on.
Here we go. Another opportunity for this top 10 Penguins power play operating over 24% in the regular season against what is not a great PK, at least by the numbers for the Flyers.
Well, there's no time like the present to refine it. Maybe they've been working on it over the past few days.
Maybe we get a shorty here. You know, there's something about Flyers playoff series against the Penguins and shorthanded goals that just go together. Just a reminder, you can get official gear for your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, and must-have merch all in one place. That one place, it's the Fanatics app. That's right, built for fans like us. Download the Fanatics app at allphly.com/fanatics. And that's Fanatics with an F, of course, not to be confused with the Philly Fanatic. Can we say that? Do I have to say frenetic, Steve? All right, big PK coming up. The nervous moments. Now we are 9:22 left. We're into the second half of game one here, at least the second half of regulation. That's what Steve loves to hear. The idea of a game that could hypothetically go on forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I mean, Crosby straight up dove.
That's what he does, man.
This is 2008 Sidney Crosby all over again.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Should have grabbed another beer. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Oh.
Nice steal.
Coots with a steal. He's got a chance. Cuts to the middle. Backhand is blocked by Crosby.
I wish he had just
Good
shot
PK
that
work
puck,
here,
but
though.
I love the steal and I love getting in deep.
Yeah.
Get those pucks deep.
Offside on the entry. That's big.
Veteran team, Bill. They shouldn't be doing
Gives
that.
me a chance to remind you can win $100 Fanatics fan cash. All you got to do, keep commenting. We're going to choose the best one as our winner of $100 Fanatics fan cash. Use it for gear, tickets, whatever you're looking for, all in one place. It's the Fanatics app.
Jaromir Jagr.
Effing Yager.
It's just
It's hard to hate him since he was one of ours.
Well, that's one of the things I talked about on the rivalry pod the other day. Was we were talking about just what an insane story it is, because Jagr in the late 90s, early 2000s was easily one of the most hated players from the Flyers fan base.
Did Risto not get called for interference for that exact same thing? Or roughing, whatever it was? Are they taking him? He's like, I got called for that. No, of course not. Gary's boys ain't going to get cold.
Gary's boys.
That's why
Why was there a whistle
That's
then?
why they're wearing the yellow, so they look like a Sunbelt team, so maybe they can be even more of Gary's boys. We got Crosby, and we look like an expansion team.
Sounds like a charity. Gary's boys.
Gary's boys.
Oh my God. You guys are a collective 3,000 years old.
Yeah.
How are you going off sides? You've been playing this game since I was in No, all these guys are younger than me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's just, I'm exacerbating it each time. It's like, you've been playing this since cavemen were around.
These guys were out there in 75.
Yeah. The bullies beat them up. That's why That's why Crosby hates them, because the bullies beat him up.
We win the face-off clean, so they got to redrop.
Of course. I don't want to look at Dan Muse. Nosferatu.
If Pierre joined him, would anyone realize?
I'm telling you, he could sneak on and nobody would notice. He would fit right in. In fact, I joked earlier that if anybody's watched Community, the dean on Community is a bald man with glasses. And there's a whole arc where there's a fake dean that replaces him. And I was saying we should do a fake dean situation with Muse. Maybe Pierre can be the fake dean.
But
fake
that's
dean,
a mile offside.
Fake dean. Fake
It worked in 2012.
Fake dean.
But they got that replay now. Nice.
What a picture.
Look at that. Dan Vlastar with the Chicago Steel.
You're still trying to make it work. Ugh.
Oh, he's become more handsome somehow.
It looks like NoHo Hank from Barry. NoHo Hank. No, he's got eyebrows. It is a small world.
Yeah, that's why there's
only 32 teams with jobs for people.
That's why there's 3 families that make up like a third of the league.
The Sutters. The Hugheses.
12 seconds left. Don't want to give up a cheapie here.
No.
As you're about to get your man back.
Nice. All right. They're doing the clearing for us.
For the penalty. 2 for 2 on the PK thus far for the Flyers. That was one of the X factors coming in. The perceived advantage the Pens had on special teams. So far, so good.
Nice.
Nice block there for
Was
Sealer.
that Sealer? Sealer's having a nice game so far.
Time to get back on the attack.
Yep. Change him up. Change him up.
Just crossed the 7-minute mark. 13 minutes played here in the second.
Just under 30 hits for the Flyers in this game.
They have been, and these are not the Robert Haig. I don't know how he has all these hits if I've never seen one.
We always call those micro hits.
I just I don't know, man. He had like 150 hits. I saw 4 of them. But the Flyers have absolutely been bringing the body here.
One of my most popular posts.
It had to come out.
It had to.
Okay, it did.
One of my most popular posts to this day is the I photoshopped Robert Haig onto NHL Hits cover.
I remember that. I remember that well.
Body bag Haig. Who's impressed you the most so far in this game, Bill?
Sean Couturier. I mean,
it's a great game for the captain so far.
Everything you need from the captain.
I mean, how does that? Crosby gave him 3 cross checks and absolutely nothing.
Just like, oh, that's fine.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, Couturier is doing what you want your captain to do.
No, it's a bad.
That's a bad giveaway.
Is that TK?
Yeah, but nice job getting out of the zone. Porter with the puck.
Now they're breaking in.
Come on. Oh, all right. I like Drysdale's thought there, but yeah, it just did not.
It just didn't get there, but they get the puck deep. Yeah, I'd have to say Coots. Obviously, Zegras creating a bunch of chances.
Yeah.
And getting the assist on the only goal this far. I'd say they've stood out. Sealer, a lot of blocks and defensive plays.
Yeah. Drysdale, obviously, has the goal.
Scores the goal.
And I thought Drysdale's had some really good defensive plays, too.
He is... It keeps surprising me, and I guess it shouldn't at this point, how good he is defensively. When they got him and basically said we have to reteach him how to play hockey. And they did a hell of a job.
I know people were furious about the Gauthier trade, both at Cutter and at the Flyers for making it. But again, from everything we've heard, and we've only heard the Flyers side of things because Cutter just refuses to say anything.
Good seal
everything we've heard, he was not going to play for this team.
Flyers got a rush.
And to get a guy who went in the top 10 in the draft as a defenseman, he's obviously got talent. And they've done a great job working with him on reworking his game, and he's really turned into a solid second pair defenseman.
Got to be tougher on that puck. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second. It would be awesome, a 2-goal lead.
I would also just settle for
Get
the
in there,
Flyers pushing the play back the other way.
Yeah, it's been a
because
lot
it feels
of Pittsburgh
like,
possession with some counterattacks, and obviously there's the power play in there.
Oh,
but
Risto tried to blow a guy up, but he
Zach
could not.
Crosby, yeah, he's
tough.
a strong character.
He's a pain in the ass, but he's tough.
Oh.
It's just like a Christmas story. Oh,
Yeah, I really thought that
fudge.
was tabbed for the net. They are running around a little here defensively. They
Yeah.
need a stoppage bad.
Ah, come on.
Pens tie it up.
Malkin, of course.
Of course. They were trapped in their zone there for a while, losing their defensive assignments, and it is 1-1 with 4:09 left here in the second period. You could feel momentum starting to get away, and Pittsburgh finally capitalizes on a long shift there for the Flyers in the D zone.
One of their big guns there. I mean, that's what he does. He has tortured us.
Kick save, another, and yeah, it just beats him.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to have that one back if you're Vladar, probably, but at the same time, they've been peppering him. What are you doing there, Risto?
Yeah,
Just standing there?
It would be nice to get a save there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is Malkin, 68th career playoff goal. But,
just against
all
the Flyers, right?
Yeah, probably. Ooh, that sucks.
Honestly, you could tell me that Crosby has scored 68 career playoff goals against the Flyers, and I believe that.
I would take the over.
Malkin, probably 50. Malkin's
All
done.
right, we're back to even. Under 4 minutes to go in the second.
Malkin's done well against the Flyers, but Crosby's the guy who has specifically destroyed them.
It's there. They have new life to the Penguins.
Yeah. And that's the thing about these games, man. It just takes
Momentum switches quickly.
They had a good power play. They had a lot of opportunities, and they've kept the pedal down since then.
Yeah, I was hoping to build a little momentum off of that killed penalty, but it was just mostly the Pens since then. It's this fourth line out there trying to get the physical advantage back.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, man. That sucks. That sucks. That's
it was
a killer.
great to have the lead, and again, they
Go in a little later.
I think they've largely played a better game, but these past, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Oh, here comes Malkin milking something. Oh, I got an ouchie. Oh, poor baby. Let him play because he's full of it. Ugh. Frankenstein's monster.
All right, just a reminder, the Fanatics app, our presenting sponsor here for this watch along. So we try to build some momentum back heading into second intermission. Tied at 1. Download the Fanatics app today at allphly.com/fanatics. Let's check some stats here. The Flyers have a 15-11 shot advantage. 2:49 left here in the second period. We are all knotted up at 1. The face-offs heavily in favor of the Penguins. They've won 19 of 31 for 61.3%. The hits 30-22 for the Flyers. So they once had a pretty big advantage. It is closed as the Pens have definitely upped their physical game in the last few minutes. Flyers have blocked 12 shots less than 2 periods in. This is absolutely playoff hockey right now. It is a battle for every puck. It is physical as hell. The pace has picked up, and I am just hoping to get out of this period, not down a goal, Steve, as he runs by the camera. It hasn't been spectacular since the Flyers scored, but we are still knotted at 1, and I am still feeling pretty good about this game. Shots this period are 6 apiece. The Flyers did win the advantage, 9-5 in the first, so Pittsburgh has come back stronger here in the second, but yeah, I feel like it's just going to take one shift for the Flyers to get momentum back. They got to get in on the forecheck and get a couple of chances in a row. A lot of one-and-done chances, a few odd-man rushes that haven't quite connected. I feel like they need a prolonged shift here in the offensive zone to really get momentum back.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been quite a while at this point since we've seen them put consistent pressure on. And honestly, for the most part, most of their pressure has been odd man rushes, taking advantage of Penguin mistakes. Oh my God. They just showed the replay of Sealer and Malkin just, oh my God, milking that for all it's worth, acting like he got a gunshot to the ribs. Oh, the big, strong man. Come on.
Are they taking Sealer? Oh, no, he's just mad that they didn't call anything on that late hit.
I mean, Crosby cross-checked Sean Couturier like 65 times, and they didn't care, so. Yet another game where you're like, what are the refs even doing here?
If they just said prison rules and no referees, I would be totally fine with it.
I actually wonder if that favors the Penguins. Because Malkin, in particular,
I feel
the
like
way
Hathaway would just bring a knife on the ice.
Yeah, but Malkin I've seen that dude swing his stick around like a sword.
Yeah, he does love doing that.
Yeah. He just announced the goal.
Wasn't that goal like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, like, get it together.
It's like, what is going on that I'm hearing a horn?
Get it together.
They just need to get a shift in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Man. They have just spent way too much time at this end of the ice.
And this is one of the problems with this Flyers team is just that inconsistency with the energy and the pressure, especially I feel like we've seen a lot of games this year, Bill, where the second period has been a letdown period for the Flyers.
It definitely has. I am going to be content to get out of here 1-1.
Absolutely.
At this point, with a minute 40 left in the second.
Risto, do not get back. Get back towards the net. Ugh.
Nice block out front.
Yeah.
Forster battling with somebody.
It's all
Turnover,
no.
And then they can't get it out.
And it's these quick passes, Bill, this lack of just like, keep possession, right? Carry that puck a little bit.
Huge hit against Risto.
Carry that puck. They're looking for these quick passes.
They are buzzing again.
Yeah.
I have seen
Good
this
block.
shift way too many times.
Is that Tyson Forrest? No, it's Owen
Now a
Tippett.
penalty upcoming. Again, a Flyers player's helmet is removed.
What are they doing? Why are they ripping everybody's helmets off? Is this a weird strategy?
Don't take anyone else. No one fall for anything. Late power play here. This could be exactly what the Flyers need to retake the lead. Minute 12 left.
What? I can't rip a guy's helmet off?
Yeah, why are you perplexed? Yeah, this hit was
That
huge.
hit's fine, yeah. And that's a battle that happens constantly. But yeah, then he basically puts him in a
headlock. You can see him free
headlock.
his hand up. Yeah, and look.
He's just punching him in the head. What, I can't punch a guy in the head?
That should be one for removing the helmet and one for roughing, too, if we're being honest. He gets called for cross-checking somehow. Okay, whatever.
Listen, as long as they actually called something.
Yeah.
After seeing Crosby cross-check Couturier 487 times and get nothing, it's going to be $2 million by the end of the show. Yeah, let's go, Ziggy.
Unable to filter on through, as there are now 45 seconds left in the period. Flyers looking for a late power play goal here in the second. There's not many things I hate more than the split power play.
No, I hate
the Flyers
the
have scored on one in the last 10 years.
They stink.
They can't even get a clean entry.
And this is the Flyers power play that we've seen all year. What a nifty play from Vladar there.
Strong play by Vladar.
They are just. I feel like they've forgotten how to play hockey all of a sudden.
They are.
Oh, get back there! Get back there! Do not
Do
let him.
This power play is going the opposite as they nearly turn it over right in front of Vladar. Now there are 6, 5, 4.
Get in and fire
3,
that.
2.
Shoot!
1 second left. Dvorak gets a last-second backhand attempt, but it's stopped. And we are 1-1 through 40 here in Flyers Penguins Game 1, first round. And this is our PHLY Flyers watch-along presented by the Fanatics app. I am going to...
You know what I'm going to say for the third period, Bill? Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. Beep, bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Beep, bop, 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 bop. Now it's time to analyze the intermission analysis. The Phillies lose. Bottom of the ninth. Let's go. Let's put it on my phone. Let's see what happens. We're going to do play-by-play for the Phillies while Bill's out. Let's see. Baseball night in America. That's what they're calling it now. Let's see. The Phils are down 3-1 to the birch-ass Barvs here. 2 outs, bottom 9, nobody on. This is scintillating, I know. All right. 2-0 count. You're still in it. What are you guys doing? We have any good cold ones going tonight? Fan club. Highly recommend. Marchand could get on. They got a chance. A little inside there, ump. What's our favorite obscure flyer? Who are we thinking? I like Trent Klatt, personally. I was talking to a guy at BSH earlier as a Joel Otto jersey he's going to wear to Game 3. We love Joel Otto. Maybe a Dale Hawerchuk. Not an obscure player overall, but an obscure flyer. Dale Hawerchuk.
What a absolute Bob Clark edition. He's 140. Get him.
And that's going to be a pop fly to the right. And the Phils lose yet again.
Oh, it's over. Good for them.
Good for them. They've lost yet again. I'm sure there's a chorus of boos at Citizen Bank Park. People are not enjoying our fighting Phils right now.
So now, Flyers, it's not just about beating the Penguins. It's about uplifting an entire city. We attempt to overcome this hellish start.
You are a poet. That was beautiful.
Attempt to overcome this hellish start by the Phillies as well.
I hope when you go to Italy, you're just giving this poetry to everyone as you sip espresso.
I think they'll really appreciate me there.
I think they're going to love you, Bill Matz. I just want to see pictures of you just partying like in, oh my God, what is that movie? Yeah, look it up. Phil Seymour Hoffman, Jude Law.
25th hour.
Yeah, 25th hour. That's people partying up in 25th hour.
There is one scene, right, where he's got his going away party.
I'm talking, of course, about the talented Mr. Ripley. When they go to the jazz club and they're going, Americano, Americano. That's going to be you. Sipping limoncello. I love limoncello.
Probably need to start working on the post-game outline.
What a concept.
I keep forgetting all the other stuff we have to do.
Oh, yeah. The job beyond just sitting here BSing. Well, typically, we're just sitting around in the studio doing this with less talking and a lot more typing.
Yeah, something tells me instant reactions are not going to be instant tonight. They will, in fact, be...
You got to entertain the live stream.
They will, in fact, be published post-game.
What's going to be fascinating for the viewers over the next week is how drastically these are going to change each night with each game. You're going to see very different personalities in these chairs. But it's fun. That's part of the fun of it. I believe Monday we're currently looking at myself and Charlie O'Connor.
And I have no idea what's going to happen for Game 3 yet.
It'll probably be me again, and probably, if she's available, Kelly Hinkle. Which...
Fan cash winner.
Oh, we got a winner.
Good night, Jim Kite. Is that what it says? I have a girlfriend, but damn, Bill and Steve are beautiful, huh? Oh, that's absolutely the winner. None of you could have possibly competed. Congratulations.
That is a wonderful.
Good night,
thank you
Jim
so much,
Kite,
Jim
for
Kite,
winning the $100 fan cash courtesy of our Watch Along presenting sponsor, the Fanatics app. Tonight's PHLY Flyers Watch Along is presented by the app, the Fanatics app, your all-in-one destination for every part of your Flyers fandom. Download the Fanatics app today at allphly.com/fanatics.
What a beauty. What a beauty. You can win us over with compliments.
So, Vladar right now is 9 of 10. What have you thought of his game overall?
I thought he was solid. I think you'd probably want the Malkin goal back, but at the same time, like, the pressure was all in the Flyers' end for what felt like an eternity. But yeah, I mean, overall, he has not looked shaky. He has not looked like he's not ready for this moment. And that was, I think, a big concern coming into this game.
Yeah, that was... Charlie and I talked about the... obviously, goaltending by numbers, an advantage for the Flyers.
Yeah.
But experience, this is Vladar's first start. He's had mop-up duty a couple of times, once in Boston, once in Calgary. That may even it out. But I do think in terms of, like, while I think playoff performer can be overrated sometimes, like, yeah, guys are losers until they're winners.
Yeah.
You know, like, Bobrovsky. Look at his playoff numbers. Look at Bobrovsky's playoff numbers before the couple of cups.
Yeah.
And now it's Hall of Fame goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky. Of course, he's got winning pedigree.
Should have kept.
I do think.
I'm still the guy who, when they traded him, I was probably the number one yeller of
Charlie has. I have let go of Bob. You know, it's only been 25 years or 15 years. Excuse me. It's only been 15 years. I've let go of Bob because Charlie has basically convinced me. Okay, they don't sign Briz. They keep Bob. But do you think he'd still be our goalie?
Yes.
He would have had a couple of bad playoff series, and we would have run him out of town.
I'm never letting it go. Because...
Oh, I wish we still had him, sure.
Well, what I've always been on is just it all starts with that Brizgalov decision.
Yeah.
Which I, at the time, was on record as saying was a horrible decision. Will continue to say that until my last breath. Because why would you say, well... we need an experienced goaltender with a playoff pedigree. And then you look at Brizgalov, who had awful playoffs, like back-to-back years, and say, that's the guy.
Yeah, but it was Detroit, so like, that's because he...
No, he looked bad. Like, you can look... That was what drove me nuts. Is like, you can look bad against you can have bad numbers against a good team, but still look good enough that, you know, he looked just completely out of sorts, just... I didn't understand the decision, and that leads to this Bobrovsky decision, and it just always drove me nuts. That entire offseason, again, objectively, you look at the trades, right, and you say, okay, they're all good trades. Getting Couturier and Voracek for Jeff Carter, great trade. Getting getting Simmons and Shen for Richards, good trades. But you have a team that was a powerhouse the year before that faltered in the playoffs, and you go, you know what? We need to blow it all up with these guys who very much want to be here. Jeff Carter, who barricaded himself in Sea Isle until the SWAT team had to come and get him out. And it just, the whole thing has driven me nuts for years. And it all starts with this decision to bring in Brizgalov and blow up that core, which it didn't work out, obviously.
If I had a time machine, I just would go back and run it back one more year.
Yeah, I think exactly.
Get a new coach.
Yeah. One more year. Dry Island.
But of course, if we have a new coach, we don't have the awesome Lavi moment screaming at Bilesma.
That 2012 series is one of my favorite playoff series of all time. And you don't get that without all the craziness. And again, Wayne Simmons, all-time Flyer, one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still jealous that I have missed talking to him at the last 2 carnivals. I will have to tag along on one of these because
we'll bring you next year if we're invited back.
Yeah, right. Wayne Simmons is just an all-timer. You know, I say that there are certain guys that were basically made to be Flyers, like the style of play. In fact, the coach of the Flyers right now, Rick Tocchet, is one of them. A big hitter,
he's
right?
A Flyer, man.
A guy who fought, a guy who scored goals. He does everything you want. And Wayne Simmons did the same thing. So again, like you get some all-timers. Jake Voracek's one of the all-time, assist guys in Flyers history. Also gave us some great moments, like when he called a certain reporter an effing weasel is one of the funniest moments I've ever seen.
Came up again this week.
Did it really?
Sealski, I think, tried to interview a bunch of guys, and I didn't read the thing. I just saw some excerpts, so I don't know if Coots was just busting balls or remembered him.
Yes.
And was like, no, but he was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, Coots apparently had something to say.
Travis Konechny's reaction to that is one of the single funniest Flyers things I've ever seen when he does like the double take he does is outstanding. It's so good. But yeah, like you do get some all-timers. Like if Voracek, great. It gives Giroux that room to grow and become the leader of the team. The tragedy is they never, he does step up in a number of ways, but they never support him thoroughly enough. And Ron Hextall never decided when it was actually time to sign NHL caliber talent.
He was just against it.
No, I'm going to Dale Weiss, the Dutch Gretzky. It's a Dutch Gretzky. Dale Weiss. I'm going to get Valtteri Filppula. I'm never getting that Filppula jersey, guys, by the way. It's never going to happen. Unless you buy it for me. I'll wear it every day.
The team has to have one just laying around.
The team, listen, I've had all these years of podcasting. This team has given me very little, and they've taken ideas from me. They owe me a lot, and I want it. I want it now. I'll never forgive them for the Spectrum Room idea, Bill. Do you remember that one?
No.
So I had an idea when, I think it was shortly after Gritty came onto the scene. And I put this on Flight where I basically proposed it was when the fancy section at the top came in, the standing room one, the assembly room.
Yeah.
And I had an idea on Flight where I said, why don't they need to have it's because Craig and I don't know why we got the tour of the assembly room. The 2 biggest idiots on Broad Street Hockey are trying all the fancy hors d'oeuvres and stuff and sitting in all the seats. It was hilarious. But we then got on a podcast after that and we're like, it's really nice, but it's too nice. Had like leather couches and fireplaces and such. And I said, you need a down and dirty place to watch the game. You need like a room that you call the Spectrum Room where you can still smoke and it just reeks of old crappy beer and it's just a disgusting dirty place and it's the perfect place to watch Flyers hockey. And then it was shortly after that they revealed the disassembly room where you could like smash stuff. I think that lasted for 2 days.
Yeah.
But I was like, no. The idea is the Spectrum Room. Okay. It's got to be grimy and disgusting. I think you should still do it. I think at the new arena, you need to have it.
I'm trying to find the game. It was that second round series against the Habs in 2008.
Is that the Umberger series?
Yes. It was
that was definitely the one.
This game, we me and a couple of my friends go tickets to it. This is game
That was definitely the
4?
one where I watched one of the games at the Phillies Giants game.
Game 4, Flyers open up, 2-0 lead, blow it, and then Breer and Umberger win it 4-2.
What a beaut.
Speaking of the Spectrum, even though this was in 2008, we are in the very last row, all the way up top, at the center at the time. Everyone is just bombed, hammered, including me and my 2 friends.
Of course.
My one buddy takes out a pack of cigarettes, lights one. Me and my other 2 friends go, well, screw it, we're doing it too.
Why not?
Everyone starts looking at us, and then half the section lights cigarettes. We stayed. They did not kick us out. It was straight up anarchy up there. There was like one group of Habs fans, and they start getting into it with like someone in the section. Next thing you know, the entire section has swarmed them, and those like 4 people get kicked out. I miss this, man. I cannot wait for this series to come back home. I can't wait for
They gotta sneak us in, right?
A new generation of Flyers fans to create memories like this.
They got to sneak us in for one of these games, and we'll record in the parking lot or something.
I can
like
record in the parking lot.
I can record anywhere. Okay, we all have the technology. We have hotspots. We'll make it happen. We got to get in the building for one of these games. I'm not saying I need to record from the game. I'll do it outside. I will do it anywhere, but I need to get into one of the games. It's so jealous of everybody going to Game 3. It's going to be electric. Because it's the best. When Flyers fans are truly amped up and into the game, it is just incredible. What's the best playoff game you've ever been to?
Calder Cup, 1997.
Oh, baby.
Second round. Flyers, Phantoms, Bears. Absolute. It was a Flyers Senators style brawl.
Oh, yeah.
It was. Everyone talks about the Neil Little fight, the one where he jumps in, he like comes flying in like Superman. Yeah. This one, the Bears goalie comes to the length of the ice, challenges him, and Little's like, okay, slowly takes off his gear, and then just pounds this dude, like methodically made him regret the decision to skate 200 feet and challenge him.
You messed up.
But Flyers playoff game, best one I've been to. That one in 08 was amazing. There was not 04. It might have been one of those like 03 playoff series, I think, against Toronto.
Oh, that was a good series. That's one that, like, if you can go back.
Because we played them like 3 times in 5 years, I think.
Because that was the era, and this is what I miss about the 1 through 8. Was having these random matchups with like Toronto, Buffalo, Ottawa, because we hated all those teams. I hated the Buffalo Sabres until a few years ago.
Are like 2 of our biggest rivals, and like we'll never see them in the playoffs unless it's an East Final.
Yeah, and like it's weird to now be like, yeah, I'm rooting for Buffalo if the Flyers don't make it, but it's like I hated the Hasek, Miroslav Satan era Buffalo Sabres so much. It actually gives me a little bit, like, I get a twinge of hate when I see them in their black jerseys because that was the jersey of that era.
All right, I got some good news here, Steve.
Oh, wow.
Third period's about to start.
Yeah.
48 seconds. Danny Briere seconds of power play time.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
I saw 2.
Do it for the GM.
So here we go. I saw 2 Danny Briere jerseys out and about in Philadelphia today. So I think that's a sign that goal number 2 comes on a 48-second power play.
I agree. My buddy said he was at the liquor store. They were all going somewhere tonight. And 20 people in the store, every single one of them in Flyers gear. He has not responded to my question, who had the coolest jersey.
Best jersey I've seen this week was at the Phillies game.
Coots has been everywhere, man.
It's a great game. I love to see it.
He's got to get rewarded with one.
Best jersey I've seen this week was at the Phillies game on Tuesday. Somebody had a Tim Kerr jersey.
How is this like, it's just, it's fine.
I was just like, you're wearing a Tim Kerr jersey on like an 80-degree night, and I love you.
Well, that's why I'm going with the Lindblom jersey pre and post, but
if it's Kelly and I,
the lights are a little warm here to be wearing the jersey for the watch
I couldn't agree more there. If it's Kelly and I for Game 3, we're both going to wear our black jerseys.
Kelly, we will see. I don't know the schedule. I got to get this all squared away before I leave on Monday.
You aren't just leaving it to chaos, a.k.a. me?
You got to have a co-host for Game 3.
Yeah. I think
4 is my concern because Kelly's gone for an amount of time.
Kelly, I think, is around for 3.
We don't have to. Okay.
If it's Kelly and I, we're going to wear our black jerseys, and it's going to be spectacular.
That's sweet.
And then Charlie's going to really hate us afterwards.
Right, get going. You only have 40 seconds. Puck is down. The Flyers are trying to get on the attack here on the abbreviated power play.
We need a new Zamboni in Pittsburgh. I don't like the way the puck is bouncing.
All right.
Get that offensive zone draw.
Get a zone draw.
I like it a lot.
18 seconds in here, 30 seconds left on the power play. Man.
Namaste.
Just trying to put good vibes out through the television screen. That's how.
Manifest.
That's how.
Manifest.
That's how.
I think I really gave the laptop some serious effort for the first half of this. The second half, I'm like, I'm just watching the game.
Yeah, I mean, post-game is just kind of going to be 2 sponsored segments and a whole lot of us vamping.
I mean,
I know.
it's just more of this.
Good luck, Bryn.
Bryn, you can go.
I'm sorry.
You can go. Nobody. They've seen enough of us. You can talk about.
Oh, that's a good idea. Everyone should probably have it. Bruna and Charlie and Steve Jacot.
That's me. Hey. Oh, did you not share
4
it?
seconds left on the power play. The Pens are pushing, and they almost got a shorty as it expired.
That would have been terrible.
All right. Back to even. They do not score on that power play. 0 for 2 on the power play. And they got to seriously find a way to get momentum back in this game. Shots are 16-10, but the Pens owned a lot of that second period. If ever there was a time, TK. If ever there was a time. On. Yeah, 16-10 are the shots. A minute and a half into the third. No flyer was around, but they scoop up the loose puck at least. And it's theirs again. They're just, it was Crosby, of course. Say they're
I would prefer if he did not.
No one there. Ugh. Crush him.
I might have to just stand up to the side of the camera and speak into the mic again because that was the one goal at this point for the Flyers. So, and if I'm
It's like Kelly watching the Super Bowl in the bathroom.
yeah, did she do that?
The first one, yeah.
That's hilarious. That was my uncle's thing. My dad's brother would always he was super superstitious about that stuff. I remember one Flyers Sabres playoff game in particular where he refused to leave the bathroom because the Flyers were doing better when he was away.
De Niro in what was it, the Silver Linings?
Yeah. Very much.
There is a thin
One of the
line-
most accurate characters I've
thin
ever seen in a
line
film.
between Philadelphia and insane.
Like, if he had just been able to get the accent down, it would have been pitch perfect.
Just nothing. All right, come on. Push.
That's a De Niro face for everybody. Kill him.
That had to come out. No?
I am shocked it did not. Come on.
Oh! Vladar coming up huge.
Oh, Vladdy.
As they pressure in the crease.
Whew. He's pretty good, Bill. Pretty.
Just reaching around Crosby's face.
Pretty good. Zegras is a low-key rat, and I love him.
Yeah, Soderblom driving the net there. A couple of chances. Take a little longer to blow the whistle next time, ref. They just need something.
A little juice. A little jam.
About a little pep.
Come on. They won the face-off and still lost possession.
Every 50-50 puck feels like it's going the Penguins' way right now.
And this is where the worry is about the Flyers not scoring enough early when they had the juice.
When they had all the momentum.
Right, because this is where the veteran savvy might be coming into play for the Penguins.
They just can't corral a puck.
I know the fourth line's been laying out the hits and Couturier's look good, but you don't want to see this much of your fourth line in this game.
I got to get Coots out there with like Zegras and Martone or something.
Honestly, if you're going to mix it up, I would love to see that. It just, maybe mix. Oh, what happened? Was that a high stick?
Yeah, someone just, Martone took a stick to the face.
You leave my boy alone. Wow, this woman behind Martone is really like mugging it there. Bored kid by the glass.
He's just trying to pop a pimple, make it look like he's bleeding. These young kids have an advantage.
Come on, ref. Ah, boo!
Another power play for the Flyers here. Let's see if they can get the advantage. As Mantha just Absolutely.
Just completely careless on
going
his
for
part.
the stick lift and doesn't come close.
Completely careless penalty on his part. And you can see all the regret in his face as we see him disgustingly
Clearly
spitting.
realizes that was ill-timed, to say the least, for him, but hopefully
Flyers, I mean, come
power
on.
play can come through,
Come on.
as they haven't for much of the year.
Nope, it's been pretty bad.
But Porter Martone is on the ice, and the Flyers have 4 power play goals plus a delayed penalty goal since he joined the team, and he has a point on all of them, Steve.
So this is now the 4th power play for the Flyers in this game?
Third
or third?
Third, and the other one was a 4-on-4. Rip it, James.
I wish Jamie had just taken a puck and shot it. Like, just the overpassing
Good look there, but
drives
Zegers
me
can't
nuts.
corral it.
Especially because Drysdale's the guy with the goal in this game.
Got to get something to the middle at some point, guys.
Honestly. Take
going
the
for a
shot there.
redirect.
Don't.
I
George
get
is upset.
wanting traffic and deflections, but like Tyson Forster, man,
I mean, he's got a shot,
let
man.
it go.
Rip
You're
it.
one of the guys who can beat a goalie clean on this
Grip
team.
it and rip it. Whoa.
Shoved down.
Who got tossed?
Dry guy, come on, man. Put something on that. Good work to keep it alive.
Oh,
Flutters towards the crease, goes wide.
come on, get that puck over. All right.
It's on Ziggy's stick. Blocked.
That's a bummer.
No one can
Hand
find
pass.
it. Hand pass.
Damn.
45 seconds left on this Flyers power play. Great time to remind you tonight's watch along presented by the Fanatics app. Download the Fanatics app from allphly.com/fanatics today. Whew. We have a Game 1 Sixers playoffs tomorrow, and I got to assume, are they doing a watch along tomorrow? They are, so you can tune in right here, and that'll be brought to you by the Fanatics app as well.
Hell yeah.
All right, trying to capitalize here in the final 40 seconds of the power play. Flyers have the puck deep, don't have control yet.
Cannot tell you, by the way, how jealous I am
corrals.
of their 1 p.m. start tomorrow.
It's really... I was hoping this game was like Sunday at 3.
Yeah. Ah!
So close on
So
a tic-tac-toe play, but it goes wide. Nice look there.
He's like, I don't want to give this puck to
And
Risto,
they turn
but then he
at the
turns
top
it
of the
over.
line, 14 seconds left.
Mish.
I'll basically do it for the
Come
power
on,
play.
Mish. My guy, you
Mish
disappointed me
just
in the big game.
Not strong on the puck there.
Nope.
And that'll do it. The penalty is killed.
Big
The
missed
fourth line
opportunity
is out
there.
Hathaway with a chance.
They got some good chances, though. That was a much
They got a
better
few looks.
power play than the previous
Well, the last
ones.
one was just straight up Flyers garbage. Hooked
Yeah.
down is Coots.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Fine.
It's going to take a lot to
Yeah.
get another power play here with the Flyers. I think they have a 3-2 advantage in power plays. So we know
I
how
believe that is
goes.
the case. Yes, Bill.
We know how that goes, especially in the playoffs.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
High hit there against Cates. Could have been interference, could have been roughing, could have been any number of things.
We're getting further into hold on to your butts time, and
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
are down
more and
to
more
almost
tense.
13 minutes left here in the third.
Come on.
Flyers almost had a clean breakout, but they get it
Man,
on
what
the
a
second
concept.
chance.
A clean breakout. What a concept.
Why are we going back into the zone?
Owen!
And now the Flyers are deep in their end after having a clean breakout.
And now they're running
they
into
just
their
have
own
to
guys.
Chip and change.
Same team, guys. Same team.
This is where the vets got to come in, man. PK, Sanheim.
We're gonna try. If the
and
Flyers do get another power play, I'm gonna try the superstitious thing and stand off to the side, speaking into the mic. I'm gonna do it. Ain't nobody needs to see all this anyway.
Our pal Michael Mellerman in the chat. Saying he is available for a pre and post while I am away for games 2, 3, and 4.
I also have a complete, bullpen available at BroadStreetHockey.com.
I am sure.
But Mellerman does rock. We love Mellerman.
But Mellerman is, he was spectacular in his debut. We have a super chat. Let's get to it here. And it's Wylan Ernst. What you sipping on tonight? We got some Love City brews here tonight.
We're drinking Fan Club Pale Ale and Love City Lager.
Speaking of, thanks for the reminder.
Great neighbors right next door. Love City.
It is cool having that here.
I've had a couple times before they gave me access to the front door that if I had to wait, I'd just go and get a beer while waiting for you guys to get in.
What else would one do?
But now I have access. They finally were like, okay, we can let this wild animal or a human being into our building. We trust them now. I understand why they wouldn't before. See this? Like, what's this maniac going to do in here?
There they are. Ashlyn Allen, Scotty getting ready for their own post game, but you got to stay tuned right here when this game goes final on the PHLY Sports YouTube page for our post game show. You'll enjoy it. Me and Steve, Charlie will join us from Pittsburgh on the Xfinity mobile call-in line.
Very curious for Charlie's take on this entire game. Who is going to step up, Bill? Who will be the hero?
Well, yeah, Coots is, as JJ's saying right now, one of the few guys with extensive playoff experience, especially when you talk about in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Not a ton of Flyers have done that.
Tell you what.
But I would love for one of these young guys to kind of take over this moment. Zegras has buzzed a few times. He's made a few plays, had some chances. Obviously, the assist on the only goal so far.
Dvorak had an amazing chance early in the game.
had
Not one of the young guys, but he had a great chance. Oh, got a chance here. Oh, and Tippett has had some great chances.
It would be great. Tip, who I thought really kind of disappeared the last 5 or 6 games of the regular season, has made his presence felt. Doesn't have anything to show for it yet, but
he's
one
buzzed,
of
man.
the most dangerous guys.
He's using that speed. I think Zegras or Tippett are the guys I'm looking at right now based on the games they've had. Come on.
Zegras.
Oh, Ziggy.
The ref got in the way a little bit there.
Classic.
Zegras
The refs always get in the way.
across for, I think that's Sanheim, yep.
Yeah. Damn. And Zegras is now
off that.
out of gas. Got to get to the bench.
A lot of ice time for this fourth line, it feels like.
Yeah.
But they've been good.
Yeah, they have.
Especially Coots. But at a certain point, you need the dangerous players out there. And they're going to ice it. Fourth line stuck with a D-zone draw.
Yeah, 11:39 for Sean Couturier. Where's
The others are further behind.
Hathaway 9:02
Yeah,
and Glendening 9:21.
and not as much time for them as I thought.
Yeah,
They are.
but we're
3 of
back
the 5
to
lowest TOI forwards.
we're of course back to the Rick Tocchet playing Denver Barkey and Matvei Mishkov barely any time. 9:02 for Denver Barkey, 9:17 for Mishkov. So
That is the line that surrendered the Malkin goal. They were stuck out there and a bunch of failed clears. A lot of
but you gotta
lost quite a bit of coverage, but need a short memory here.
I mean, you gotta let these guys see what they can do, and it's one of the main frustrations.
Just takes one shot, and they're out there again now. Let's see if they can get something going.
Yeah,
With Mishkov battling along the boards, Kate's there in support.
okay, it's not able to clear.
They
Oh, there we go.
intercept
Oh,
it.
go,
Barkey's off.
Denver Barkey!
Barkey.
Wow, what a job by Denver Barkey to register a shot.
Off was really impressive. A man bearing down, and he at least gets in a chance there.
Give him a shot, Toc.
Skinner has been, he's 17 of 18 so far. He's been
made
better
some
than
good stops.
expected.
Yeah, He's made some good stops, but also the Flyers have not been that dangerous since the first period.
They've
So
not.
we're seeing a few more chances now. I'm hoping they can finish this game with a much better pace than they had in the middle.
And Barkey did have a secondary assist on the Drysdale goal, so he registered a point in his first career playoff game. Puck skitters out of danger there. And Martone finds someone in the middle. Dvorak just not in shooting position. Leaves it for the point man. Come on,
Nice
Sandy.
move by Sandy.
He scores!
Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Travis Sanheim rips it from the slot. Great move to get open. The Flyers retake the lead halfway through the third. 10 minutes to go. 2-1 good guys.
Oh,
Let's go.
This guy in the
Forster
Tyson
jersey
Forster
guy,
jersey,
talking
talking
all sorts.
trash to all the Pens fans. What a hero that guy is. Please find us afterwards. We'll give you something. I don't know what. Figure it out. Hyperbole sticker.
Sanheim, move, cut, shoot, score.
Is that Martone's goal?
Did it hit Martone?
Let's see. Great keep in by Risto. Sanheim with a spectacular move. Just using that speed and that size. I think it's Sanheim.
I think
it's
Martone
Sanheim.
got it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
Sanheim. Great screen from Martone, though. You know, I've really been impressed, I think, of all the young guys with Martone's game. He has certainly had a few plays where he's looked like a 19-year-old rookie, but for the most part, I think he's looked really good just using that size, that speed, that skill to...
Oh, what a breath of life for the Flyers who badly needed something to get this lead, to get some momentum back, and now 10 minutes until they take their first series lead in a long, long time.
And Travis Sanheim, man, just one of those underappreciated guys on the team.
I really needed it. I just, these veterans, these guys who've been in playoff games before.
And he's played in big games for this team. You know, they might not be playoff games, but he's played in big
gold medal game.
Yep. And he was good. He was really good for Canada. Like, there were a lot of times where guys just didn't finish the opportunities he set up because he was doing that move where he uses his speed to go to the outside, makes a great cross-crease pass, and guys just couldn't finish what he was setting up. So
how has it only been 50 seconds since the goal?
I don't know.
This clock is moving at half speed.
The clock is slow. Was Van Halen.
Someone tells me we're going to see a lot of Coots and Glendening here in the final 10 minutes.
Ew. I mean,
And they're doing a good job on the forecheck here. Pinning, stymieing their breakout attempts. Get up. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do a barrel roll like
Was that Drysdale? Do a barrel roll.
I think it was
Drysdale.
Hathaway? I couldn't tell.
I thought it was Drysdale, but I could be wrong. Real Star Fox action right there.
Oh my God, a 2-1 lead, 8.5 minutes left, Steve. I am feeling good. I'm feeling
good.
this.
I'm feeling good.
Way too much time left. Oh, another one would be great as they are pressuring again. Puck in the crease, stopped. Flyers looking to break out. All right. And they get it deep again. Good shift.
I'm liking the resiliency here to bounce back because Pittsburgh, getting that momentum and tying it up really, again, that's where you worry
Nice
with
hit
this
by
younger
TK
team.
there.
Very nice. That's where you worry with this younger team
Deep.
and the lack of experience. When Pittsburgh actually gets back in the game. I love that shot from Martone.
TK, come on, man.
I'm not like TK's game tonight.
He has not been too impressive here.
I thought Martone has looked way better than TK.
Yeah. Like in terms of this line, I think he has been the third best forward.
Yeah. Yeah, because Dvorak's been all right. Like, again, he had a great...
He had a bunch of chances. He just didn't
hitting the
finish them.
post is not,
Right.
like he made a good shot and a good move.
Mishkov looking to spring Barkey there, but he got held up.
And you mean literally held because there was some clutching and grabbing there.
Some 90s hockey there.
Yep.
Mario Lemieux retired over that kind of hockey. Move
It's
faster.
crazy.
Move faster, clock.
When I was going through the Flyers playoff history against the Penguins this week, it's crazy to think that Crosby has destroyed the Flyers like this, but Mario Lemieux did not.
I'm trying to.
Nice job,
So
Vladar.
they
I love
played him in
Vladar
97
freezing that
and
puck.
2000, probably the only times.
No, he also played in the 80s. 89.
Oh
he
yeah,
was
they had an 80 series.
23
Yes.
years old. Crazy 80 series. 4-3 Flyers won that in 7 games. Lemieux, let me pull up. I have the stats here somewhere. Give me a second. Because it's a commercial break. So let's
a
talk about
commercial
stuff
break.
from when we were like little babies and most of you weren't born.
What was this, 89 maybe?
88, 89. Ken Reggett. Fran and I had a great time with this podcast, and just talking about some of these old names was fantastic. So, all right, 88, 89, Patrick Division Finals. Tim Kerr had 15 points in 7 games, 10 goals, 5 assists. Brian Propp had 11 points. Mark Howe had 9 points. Lemieux, at 23 years old, had 14 points in 7 games. And then my favorite, one of the great all-time NHL names, Zarly Zalapsky.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Other great name that came up during this podcast, Ron Tugnut.
Ron Tugnut. What
Ron
a great,
Tugnut.
just a guy who must be so pleased he does not play in the social media era.
Oh my God. The joke I had made was that if it was this era, somebody would have to make a Ron Tug on D's nuts joke right there. Sure.
I would have to make a shirt.
It would be a shirt. It would be a best-selling bootleg shirt outside of whatever mustard-based stadium they have down there. By a river
Maybe a
or
little
something.
Calvin and Hobbes action.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a Calvin and Hobbes bootleg shirt.
Calvin peeing on the Dallas Cowboys star is an all-timer.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Yeah, this is one of the best. Like, there's a reason the NHL put this at prime time for both Saturday nights, because this is a rivalry. This
I'm
is
ready for the
two
longest-
fan bases that hate each other's guts.
Yeah. I'm ready for the longest 636 of my life.
You gotta love just, number one, how Sanheim just
uses that
powers up,
skating.
but then he gets Skinner moving to the left and shoots to the right. Just awesome stuff from Travis Sanheim there. A guy who, again, you forget is very talented offensively. He just plays so many all-around minutes for this team now that he doesn't really show you the bursts all the time.
He has had to revert to, outside of that first year where Torts told him just be a rover. You're playing position-free hockey like I had Jones and Werenski doing.
Yeah.
Like, he has had to revert to a little bit of energy-saving mode. But as you see, the goal, 3 hits, a takeaway, has already played over 19 minutes with 6.5 left in the game.
Well, because when they traded Provorov, while he wasn't that good when they traded him, was still playing 25-plus minutes most nights. And you needed somebody to fill that role, especially given the state of the defense at the time. One of the nice things with this current team is they're a lot deeper defensively. Like, one of the
studs,
things...
but guys who I don't think are a liability.
And I
which
think
is
that's
something brand
almost
new for us.
It is. Well, because we talk about the major fault with the 2010 Cup team, it's not having a third pair. Ryan
They would play
Parent,
6 minutes a game and be -2.
Ryan Parent,
half.
Oscar Spartoulis, and who was the other guy in the mix there?
Krychek?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Something like that.
But just unusable hockey players out there. So Chris Pronger, while fantastic at his age
35.
and crafty, he's just playing too many minutes, and you saw it like until the final, it wasn't a problem.
They basically went with 4 defensemen for the playoffs.
But then Dustin Bufflin's out there basically suplexing him.
Dustin Bufflin,
and
23 years old, just
yeah,
monster.
and just a freaking monster, man. I talk about a guy. If he had been a Flyer, would have been a popular
I wanted
player.
him so bad. Every time he was available, I was like, why don't we have Dustin Bufflin?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
gotta
weird
get that
thing with
deep.
him is
Come on.
they could never figure out what his
Just
real position
A little
was.
pressure here.
I've never seen a player bounce between forward and defense like that.
And be so good at both.
Yeah.
Oh, you're forgetting Sam Moran.
Oh, slamming Sammy Moran.
We're making you a forward. Never mind, all the D-men are hurt.
God.
You're a defenseman again.
Well, the best two-way player
Guys,
of all time.
just get it out, man.
Of course. Who am I thinking of?
Sammy Kapanen.
Sammy Kapanen. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Thank you. The mind meld has worked again. But yeah, Sammy
You said
Kapanen, man.
Sam and Sammy. I knew where it was going.
Yeah, Sammy Kapanen, man. Just, well, if you're one of those youngsters, I sound
Still
ridiculous
5.5
saying
minutes
that.
here, and we're playing a lot in the Flyers end. It's mostly to the perimeter.
If you're a newer Flyers fan who's
Time
jumping on
deep
this
in their zone
bandwagon,
would be
though,
great.
look up the Maple Leaf series from the early 2000s.
Oh,
and
course.
if you can find that full game, what a game when Sammy Kapanen just gets the brains beaten out of him and keeps on ticking because what a guy. I love Sammy Kapanen.
Oh, yeah.
But having to step back on defense like he did and the Flyers just rallying around him getting murdered in that game.
Is that Darcy Tucker?
Darcy Tucker, what a
That eludes him at the point. That's huge.
one of those
Puck coming
guys.
all the way down with under 5 minutes to play now.
Oh, we're almost at the RAV4 minutes to play. JJ's going to hit it right on the dot. You know it.
Damn, he is flying.
He is flying. Who is that?
I think it's Sam Girard. No. Oh,
I don't know their team that well. I know the big guns. That's good to admit. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this one. I don't know this team.
no, we don't need to know them. We're about us here.
Well, because they suck. Have you considered that they suck?
They suck, and I hate them. 4:20 remaining here in the third.
Suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
You know JJ hit it because he always does.
He's going to hit it. He hits it every time. When you watch as many of these games as we do, you notice things like that. Also, JJ's the best in the biz. Best in the biz.
He's so good. Him and Boosh, man.
Oh, they're so good together.
Like, we've had so many good pairs. It's like, how do we? All right, Clement's gone, and yeah, Jonesy's gone, and
they just
nice
find
hit. Oh, somehow they get that puck ahead.
They have had Gary Dornhofer. They have had Jonesy. They have had Clement. They have had Steve Coates. And now Brian Boucher. They just hit after hit after hit.
Coatsy is on this trip with Philly Sports Trip, and he did a live Coatsy's Corner at their tailgate party.
That's
tonight.
amazing.
I wanted to go just for that. Oh, Forster with a
My
shot.
favorite televised Flyers playoff moment ever, besides, of course, the fun hockey stuff. The best non-hockey thing that ever happened was during one of the post games after they won. I think it was one of the Boston series. Coatsy.
Well, it had to be 2010. They got swept in 11.
Yeah. Clement, I think, is in the studio, or maybe JJ, somebody, and says Coatsy's in a crowded bar, and they go, that young lady next to you looks like she has something to say. And Coatsy asks her, like, all right, how are you feeling? And she goes, she drops a giant F-bomb and goes, effing amazing. And Coatsy's like, oh! Great moment.
Get her a shot.
Yeah.
All right, under 3 minutes left now. The Flyers get it out to center.
Port. All right, I love that.
Yeah! Porter Martone makes it 3-1.
Marty!
Oh, my God! 94 makes it 3-1 with under 3 minutes to play in the third. Hell yes! Porter Martone. It's a Marty party in Pittsburgh.
Marty Supreme, baby. Marty Supreme.
Oh, baby, that was huge.
Whole hoagie's going to fall out of my mouth as I say, Porter Martone.
I can barely breathe. Did you see that knockoff jersey? That knockoff Little Classic?
Was that the tiger stripe one?
Yes.
Look at this
but
move.
it had the logo.
Look at the confidence here.
Look at this.
To
Cuts,
completely
says,
cut.
I got all the space in the world and shelves it.
That is a future all-star superstar move right there. To do this at 19 years old in your first playoff game is unreal.
Oh.
Unreal.
Oh, you're my hero, Porter Martone. I don't care if you're 19 years old.
No, it's unreal how good he is.
What a mix of young and old stepping up here now with 2:30 to play, and the Flyers holding a 2-goal lead over the Pens in Pittsburgh in Game 1 of this playoff series. Hot damn!
Hot damn!
Oh, I haven't tweeted
doing
the
a
hot
Holt
damn
right there.
gif yet.
Hot damn! So good. And now the empty net, Bill. The Flyers have had some trouble hitting empty nets this year.
It's one of the best rivalries in the game.
Don't put Garnet Hathaway out there.
Flyers v. empty net.
I'll tell you what, if Garnet Hathaway hits an empty net here, I'll say he's totally redeemed.
I'll say name him captain.
Don't get the captain
I would
debate
never.
started again.
I honestly don't want to strip.
That was the only other time I was about to fight the wonderful listeners in the super chat.
We love our super chatters, all of our listeners.
But the one where they caught me blindsided saying that they need to strip
thumbs
Coop
down.
to the captaincy.
Get us to 200 likes because we have 2 dislikes and it's bothering me. We need 100 times more likes than dislikes.
How are you disliking?
Get us to 200 before
We're getting
this game
you free
ends.
content to sit here and watch the game. How
It's
can you
probably
dislike
Pens
this?
fans who I was fighting with online today.
The hills have eyes, Bill.
Bunch of hill people.
It's all mountains out there.
And for the last time, I guess I got to remind you that tonight's PHLY Flyers playoff watch-along is presented by the Fanatics app, your all-in-one destination for every part of your Flyers fandom. Download the Fanatics app today at allphly.com/fanatics. It's more than just shopping. That's right. You can play free daily games in the app to earn fan cash, which you can spend on jerseys, games, tickets, collectibles, and so much more. allphly.com/fanatics. Oh my God, a 2-goal lead just feels so good.
2-goal lead in Pittsburgh.
We still got
in
2 minutes
Pittsburgh.
to play here.
Can we just talk more about Porter Martone? Because this is
Yes.
one of the greatest starts I have ever seen for a young Flyer. Just the way he has immediately come in with barely any practice time and been just this good, this confident. That play, that is a pro play
That
right
was
there.
beautiful.
That was beautiful. Like we're talking, I was talking about the Keith Primo 5 overtime winner, which is my favorite Flyers Pens moment of all time. But, Primo on that play, he takes the step back to get the angle on the shot and makes just a fantastic shot.
Was similar.
It was similar, but the way Porter does this to collect himself, take the moment and just get to his advantageous spot and take just an amazing shot that's vet stuff right there. That is a veteran play. And he's so special. We are so lucky to have him. And if I'm the Nashville Predators, and who was the other team who got Caleb Denoye? Was it Utah?
Utah, I think.
Yeah. If I'm kicking myself if I'm those teams, I might even be kicking myself if I'm Chicago, because I think Frondel's good, but I would rather have Porter Martone. Like, I don't know if you're complaining if you have Misa and you have Schaefer necessarily. Schaefer especially. Schaefer is very special. But Martone is unbelievable so far. I'm so impressed by him. I think he's got to be the Calder favorite next year right now. Of course, he is a Flyer, and we all know they love to not even consider the Flyers for the Calder. All right. Oh, Garnett's out there. The Hathaway redemption. Can we see it? All right. Erik Karlsson, always a dangerous guy, even at his age of 4,000 years old. Clear puck. Let's go. Can we clear again? Got the puck at the boards. Who's that out there? TK? Or is it Glendening? Glendening. Tick, 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 tick. That's what my buddy Mike does at the end of football games a lot. That's his let that clock tick down. Tick, 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 tick. Sid the Kid going to the box? Ooh, Bill, Sid the Kid's in the box. Sid the former Kid. Sid and Sanheim. Again, I will take that trade-off. I will 100% take that trade-off all day, every day. And they killed so much time. Yes. And this is the Flyers getting under their skin. Big slash from Crosby. Stupid play on his part. You're the captain. You're an all-time NHL player. You're probably a top 5 all-time NHL player. You can't be doing that there. Nosferatu timeout. So no more Crosby for the rest of regulation.
That's big. Minute 9 left.
Sanheim, I mean,
Ozone draw.
I don't like not having Sanheim, but again, I'll take that trade off all day. Probably throw Ristolainen out there, maybe Drysdale. That's 2 righties, though. Sealer? Maybe Sealer? Defense wins championships.
As JJ is breaking down, O team versus D team, and the defensive team has given up in a little under 59 minutes, 15 shots on goal. So still have to kill this minute 9. It is, it's Pittsburgh. We have seen bad things happen.
Bad things happen in Philadelphia and in Pittsburgh.
Just win this face-off, and we're happy.
Bad things happen throughout the Commonwealth. They lose the face-off. Back to the point. Carlson, always dangerous. Malkin, always dangerous. Oh, no, they score!
It is 3-2 with a minute 1 remaining in regulation.
Brian Rust, I hate that guy.
That is concerning, to say the least, Steve.
And the fourth line, man, as good as they've been, it's still a fourth line at the end of the day. Bad face-off loss.
They get it back to the point.
And that's maybe
rip a shot.
Maybe that's where you want Sanheim.
Yep.
Maybe I don't want that trade-off.
Yeah, just a block shot and bad bounce there, but you still have the lead, and
you still have the lead. You're gonna have
to play with,
and you're gonna have an empty net. You got to get possession.
Got to win this face-off and
kill.
So
we got Yorkie out there.
61 minutes. They do not win the face-off. Pittsburgh controls it again. It is 4-on-4, and there goes Skinner. He's delaying. They're wasting some time here. 50 seconds left. They're in the zone.
Noah Cates. So Dvorak and Noah Cates.
Get there. Just skate it.
That's all right. Got the puck out.
37,
tick,
36,
tick, tick, tick.
35 seconds remaining. Empty net behind Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I might have to put my laptop down.
They have a 5-on-4 advantage here.
Oh, I hate that bounce.
Ooh, how did that
get the puck out of the zone? Get the puck. Attack the puck.
Come on, get there. That's going to bounce out. It's going to bounce out. Oh,
they cleared it themselves.
15 seconds left. They play it out of the zone. Now
my
they have
God.
to rush to recover.
Turnover
in the middle of the ice.
Just fire it.
They don't get it out.
He did fire it, and he fired. No, move up on the puck.
Oh my God! With 3 seconds left, 2, on the doorstep. Hold on!
It's over, baby! God. The Flyers win.
1-0
The
series
Flyers
lead,
win Game 1 in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
woo!
Holy!
Hey, Bill. Woo! Woo! Let's go!
Let's go! 1-0.
Let's go!
1-0 series lead here. This has been the PHLY Flyers Watch-Along presented by the Fanatics app. We'll be with you shortly for the PHLY Flyers post-game show. Make sure you're following us right here on the PHLY Flyers or PHLY Sports YouTube page. Hot damn!
Hot damn, the orange and the black.
God.
The orange and the black.
With 3 seconds left. Who's that on the doorstep? Mantha. With the chance.
Yorkie doing a nice job on Rust, but then... Whew,
gets the whack. Vladar closes the door, and that
Dan Vladar, baby.
Oh,
great game for Dan Vladar.
Imagine. Thank God.
Thank God.
Well, we escaped with the win in Game 1, and
Big
we'll be
win.
with you for post-game shortly. And hot damn. Thank you for joining, and be back in just a minute, folks.
See you soon, bud.
We all silly like the mayor.